Good morning, football fans. It is Fantasy Endgame. We're here to help you win in fantasy football, setting those lineups, making those smart wire pickups, and possibly trades. So let's get to your questions. We're going to answer as many as we can before kickoff. We got a little less than 3 hours. You know, we do this every single Sunday. If you didn't catch us yesterday for the live show, we'll keep you updated on all the injuries, let you know the latest because we have a couple of updates. And they're not all good, but that happens with injuries. There's really usually nothing good about injuries. So let's start with the big one. You already know that CMC is out, but now Ian Rappaport is just trying to brace us for, I hope, the worst. He's saying that may need now as much as 6 weeks, not just the minimum 4. And also Puka, you remember Puka, got to play him for about half last week, that he might be sidelined until week 9. So we're prepared. We're going to get the questions. What do I do with CMC? What do I do with Puka? Buy low, hold, pray. What do we do here?
I think if you told me right now CMC is going to miss 6 games and then come back 100%, I'm buying low on CMC 100%. 100% buying low on CMC. I can survive, hopefully, 6 games without CMC. So that's what, week 7? Week 8? Because we already played a game. That's week 8. So 3 and 5. I can recover from 3 and 5 with CMC. I can recover from 3 and 5 with a healthy CMC. Definitely. And you might be 4 and 4. You might be 5 and 4. You know what I mean? And then you're rolling with CMC rest season. That's a Puka. I'd rather wait. Because week 9, that's pretty far into the season. And if you're, 3 and 6 when Puka comes back, that's getting tough to recover from. And Puka, I don't feel like Puka's not CMC level, can carry you week after week after week. So Puka, I'd probably wait. But CMC, look, that to me, if you told me 6 weeks, buy low. I'm buying low on CMC, 100%.
Right. And just to clarify for anybody who asks any sort of trade question, low means low. Don't give it your first round pick to get him, because that doesn't seem to be worth it. All right. So it always depends. That's why we're here. You ask your trade questions, we'll give you our 2 cents on it. Let's also talk because, of course, people now going into this week might be down, maybe down bad because either they faced James Cook on Thursday night, or they rolled out the stack of, let's say, Tua and Waddle, right? You didn't get much from those guys. Now, we did find out that supposedly Tua Tagovailoa is not going to retire. A lot of people speculating about that. Maybe his season's over. Maybe his career's over. Doesn't sound like it. And what I saw said that there's, from medical experts, saying that there's nothing that would necessitate him to retire. I mean, he could if he wants to. That's a personal decision. Seems like his decision is he wants to keep playing. But he's definitely going to miss next week. Probably another couple of weeks is my guess. I've seen estimates of 4 weeks. So the question is, and not whether you start or sit him because that game's over, but what do you do if you have Waddle or Hill, those guys, maybe even Achane?
Waddle, you probably just have to hold. Tyreek, to me, is also a buy low. You look at Tyreek Hill with games with Skylar Thompson, or I guess where Tua didn't play. He still averaged almost 10 targets per game, 7 receptions per game, 92 yards per game. I feel like Tyreek Hill is close to QB proof because of that insane speed and just potential. Waddle, I'm a little more worried about, but you probably have to hold Waddle unless somebody's willing to buy low on Waddle, a good trade. But Tyreek Hill, I would definitely be looking to buy low on Tyreek Hill for sure.
Yeah, I think Tyreek, let's face it, he does a lot of the work himself sometimes. I think he should be mostly quarterback proof, even possibly Skylar Thompson proof, although that remains to be seen. I have the feeling the Dolphins are going to have to go out and get somebody, at least for depth. They have to now for depth because they're going to be without a quarterback for a couple of weeks. I'm really hoping for a veteran who has thrown the ball many times before, but we will see. That's the Dolphin in me. So a lot of these guys could be buy lows, and of course the panic, the overreaction. the sheer terror that the guy who did not have a good week one will continue to do the exact same thing for the next 16 weeks. That's going to go away pretty soon. It might be too late to pull off one of those buy lows, but in general, let's say there's like a Drake London, Chris Olave type like that, who now for 2 straight weeks has a bad week and seems to be worthless in fantasy. Are you buying low? Are you swooping in like a vulture and throwing out trade offers to buy low on those guys? Or do you say, well, maybe let's wait and see. Maybe this guy was overvalued.
I mean, it depends. Like a guy like Olave, for sure, I would send out a buy low because Olave's situation we could feel pretty confident about. Like, okay, yeah, it's Derek Carr, but we know Derek Carr. We know how it is. You're going to have the ups and downs with Derek Carr. London, it would depend on how if Kirk Cousins looks very bad again tomorrow night, then I might start legit backing off Drake London, because again, are we going to get another year of terrible quarterback play for Drake London? Is Kirk Cousins just not going to be the same guy off Achilles? So London, it comes down to if Cousins looks good and maybe they just miss on a couple passes, maybe he drops a you know what I mean? Then yeah, I'm buying low. But if Cousins looks like he did in week one, I might wait.
Yeah, I did see an interesting point. A lot of times with the Falcons, a lot of it was not just the numbers and, how Cousins looked throwing the ball, was the fact that he almost literally did not move at all. It was all from the shotgun, these pistol formations, didn't have any movement around there, but also that they were just having him dink and dunk, right? Ray McLeod was getting a lot more action than Drake London. He just wasn't throwing it deep. Maybe he can't plant. But that also was, there's a new coaching staff, which is good. A new play caller, which of course we were all thrilled about, but this is also a first time play caller with Zach Robinson. He wasn't an OC with the Rams. He was like the QB coach, passing game coordinator, something like that. So they were kind of not throwing him under the bus necessarily, but kind of pointing to hey, maybe it wasn't just Kirk Cousins. Maybe it's the play calling could be better. Give him some time. So I'll kind of buy into that. I mean, again, it's one game, but maybe the play calling was designed to protect Kirk Cousins. So it could be both. So yeah, I'll be very curious to see what happens there. There's some players I'm just absolutely fascinated to see how they follow up from last week. The guys who busted out, like J.K. Dobbins, the guys who were bust. So we talked about is Justin Fields going to be legit? So we'll see. We're going to see what happens here. Now, before we get too deep into it, let's talk about the injuries that you may not know about or need updates on. So CMC is out for a while. Kenneth Walker, this is the one that probably stings the most because this was a midweek injury. This has now gone quickly from questionable to doubtful. Kenneth Walker, you got to get him out of your lineups. Hopefully you have Zach Charbonnet. So we'll do a lot of Zach Charbonnet questions today. Hollywood Brown, of course, is out, and he is pretty much done. There's a lot of doubt that he even comes back this season. So, I mean, you could stash him in IR, or you could just drop him. Don't mind if you do that. Jordan Love, not playing this week. No shock there. T. Higgins, far from shocking. He's not playing again. David Njoku, so out with that ankle. Jake Ferguson, I think technically is doubtful, but you really don't need to risk it with a guy like him. He's just a tight end. And then Jordan Addison is also out. Devon Vele for the Broncos, who, believe it or not, led them in receiving last week. He is out. And then Russell Wilson still out. All right, the questionable. This is the one. This is the one that's going to really, really throw a wrench in your plans for week 2. A.J. Brown, not ruled out, but not looking great, and he plays Monday night. So I'm not even going to ask what do you do because it really depends. But generally speaking, yesterday people were asking us, what do you do with A.J. Brown? Pretty much 9 times out of 10, the answer was don't bother, right?
Right, because again, it's Monday night, and what are you going to do if an hour before the game, kind of like what we saw with CMC last week, they say, nope, he's out, he's not playing. What are your other options? So if you have anybody good going today that you could put in place of A.J. Brown, I wouldn't risk it. I would just start that player.
Right. So this is why it's hard to just, say in general, do this, do that, because, good is very subjective, and it really depends what else you got. But it's
Right.
really not worth risking the zero here. Uh, Probably not worth risking a zero. Josh Downs didn't play last week. Very, very sketchy there, even if he does play. And then this one also hurts, coming off a huge game. Jaden Reed, questionable. What's your gut telling you about Reed already without a starting quarterback?
Yeah, my gut's telling me probably not worth the risk. I mean, like if he's your best option, if it's him or, somebody like I don't even know, like Darnell Mooney or Jahan Dotson hoping AJ Brown sits or something like that, then fine, give me Reed. But less than 100% with Malik Willis starting at quarterback, it feels very risky. Very risky.
Yeah. That one does kind of hurt. Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze, both questionable for the Bears. Are we going to see 15 plus targets for DJ Moore because both these guys are out?
We might. So they're coming down to a game time decision. Remember, they play tonight, Sunday night, but Adam Schefter even said if Keenan Allen plays, it's probably going to be less than his normal amount of snaps. So, yeah, probably going to see a lot of DJ Moore tonight.
Like if there's a league where I have Keenan Allen, which I'm not sure there are this year, I'm not playing him. There's no way. He was questionable heading into last week already, and you saw him limp off during the game last week. And Caleb Williams wasn't that great, and there's really no need. And then Josh Palmer is also questionable for the Chargers. Now we did get some good news. Jameson Williams, coming off his big game, his breakout game, if you will, was questionable, but now they're saying he's good to go. He's in for today. So Jameson Williams is an option at the flex. Malik Neighbors also was questionable midweek, but now he is good to go, according to Coach Dayball. Marshawn Lloyd is in, may see his first action for the Packers. And then Mike Williams may see some actual action, although I wouldn't count on it. But Mike Williams is in. Dalton Schultz is good to go. Malik Willis is in at quarterback for the Pack. Justin Fields, of course, replacing Russell Wilson. And then Troy Franklin is in for the Broncos. So there you go. That's the injury update for week 2. And if anything breaks right now while we're on, we'll let you know. Or, hey, you let us know. If you catch it before us and help out the chat, and we'll talk about that. All right, now we do have a lot of questions lined up, and we're going to get to them. Of course, you know how this works. You've been here before. If you use the super chat feature, that's like your fast pass. Of course, that's what it's there for, to make sure that you get our attention and we see it, and we will definitely answer those. We'll stay on as long as it takes to answer all the super chats, hopefully before kickoff. And then if some people have that YouTube membership, some of our guys who are always here, and we'll answer those questions as much as possible. And we'll try to do some others as well. Before we start getting to your questions, I also need to remind you about Underdog, because you still have time to lock in this free pick, and this is for anybody who has an Underdog account. Get CeeDee Lamb just getting 1 yard. That's right. Just use the CeeDee Lamb pick, combine it with any other pick, you get a good chance for a free win right away. And then if you haven't tried Underdog yet and you're new, you get this other free pick for new customers only. Caleb Williams, great, doesn't matter. He just needs a yard, just 1 yard. This is a free pick. You go higher on 0.5 total yards for Caleb Williams. Again, combine that with any other pick or set of picks, and that will give you a good chance to win again. But make sure when you do sign up for Underdog that you're using code ENDGAME, because that also, besides the free picks, gets you up to $1,000 of bonus cash when you get your 50% deposit match. So it's a good way to start out, get that promo, bonus cash, free picks, and then take it from there. Remember, besides these pick'ems, which we'll talk about, you can also do weekly drafts. You can draft against other Underdog users in leagues, and you can win potentially thousands of dollars. So they have a lot going on there. And of course, it's not just NFL, it's every single sport. I kid you not. And then the last thing is Draft Lane. If you haven't tried our app yet, guys, check it out. This is like basically what we do in-app version. Right? You ask your questions, we answer them, and you don't have to necessarily wait on the live stream to do it. Although I do enjoy doing this live back and forth. And obviously, y'all do too. But if you want to do it, maybe during the game, after the game, midday tomorrow when we're not live, and you don't want to wait, use the app. So it's called Draft Lane. You just go to the App Store or the Play Store. You download it for free, completely free app. And there are a lot of different features on there. And if you do it right now, all new customers are getting $10 credit in your account just for signing up. That's a limited time offer. Not going to do that forever, but since the season's starting out, we're going to try to help out as many people who need help, just like we're doing on here. So check out Draft Lane right now. All right, but it's time to get to your questions, and let's start with Dan O. All right, so we're talking about Ferguson. He's doubtful. So are we going Bowers or Parkinson?
Man, right off the bat, Dan.
Tight ends.
A tough tight end question right off the bat. Don't even let us ease into the morning, huh? Just hit us with a tough tight end question first thing while we're still trying to wake up. I don't know. I mean, Bowers got more slightly better usage last week, but Parkinson's in the Rams offense without Puka. I feel like if one of these guys is going to score this week, it's probably going to be Parkinson, just because, again, he's in the Rams offense. They're going against the Cardinals. I'm going to go Parkinson here, but it's really close. It's really close.
Yeah, I feel like if you're just looking for more of a floor, if you can call it that, I feel like Bowers gets more targets and catches.
Yes.
But I feel like Parkinson has more touchdown upside, like you're saying. So I don't know if I mean, Bowers isn't safe by any means. But yeah, I feel like he might get you a few more points if Parkinson doesn't score. If Parkinson scores, that's the pick you wanted to go with. So I guess it depends how risky you want to get. But I'm fine with Parkinson this week too. I did pick him up. I'm stringing him in a couple of leagues. We're having Njoku. All right, this one I think will be easier. Joe. Jameson Williams, Malik Neighbors, or Marvin Harrison?
This week I'm going Neighbors. He's good to go. He gets the Commanders. That's enough for me. Let's roll with Neighbors this week and see what he can do against this Commanders defense.
Yeah, exactly. Neighbors, this is the week to roll them out for sure. I mean, hopefully where you drafted him, you were able to roll them out every week. But if nothing else against the Commanders, you just got to take a shot. Plus the fact Jameson is playing, but, he was a little bit yippy this week. If that, maybe puts it over the edge. All right, first Super Chat goes to Bird Talk 93. Start one, Reed, who is questionable. McConkey, Ridley, or Sutton?
Oh.
You can't feel good about Ridley this week going against Sauce and the Jets. You can't feel great about Sutton this week. He's going against, I believe, Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, and the Steelers defense, and he's got Bo Nix. McConkey's okay, especially with Palmer banged up. It does sound like Palmer's going to play, but McConkey's okay. But could I really I know Reed is risky. I know Reed is also banged up, and I know he's playing with Malik Willis. But man, could I really start McConkey over Reed? I know it's McConkey scored, but take away that touchdown from McConkey last week. What did you get from McConkey? 4 catches for, you know what I mean?
But they do get a very nice matchup this week. I mean, there's that. I don't know. What I read about Reed, it didn't seem super encouraging. And again, I am talking about what I read on Twitter, yes. But it's just... It's super risky here. I might just go out with all these guys, go with the safest pick, which is McConkey, because I know he can get you something, Palmer being questionable, whatever, not a big deal. That might just be the icing on the cake here. If it's me, I'm probably avoiding the risk and going McConkey. But I understand if you want to just say, hey, let's see what Reed can do.
Yeah, because I guess. I mean, I just, oh man. How are we already at this point? It's like we've only had one game. We shouldn't be at this point already, right?
It really feels.
Yeah, you look at McConkey last week, 5 catches for 39 yards, that touchdown. I mean, take out that touchdown. What are you getting? Reed can get 39 yards on one play on like a end around.
Well, this is true.
I don't know. I mean, if McConkey is probably safer. I use the word safe loosely, but if it's me, I don't think I can bench Reed for McConkey. But if you like, but I get it. There's a ton of risk. There's a ton of risk with Reed. So if you want to do McConkey, go for it.
Yeah, and I'll say if Reed wasn't questionable, then I would just say just fire up Reed. For me, it's the health. We'll see if he's good to go. So maybe this depends on final pregame reports. We'll see what happens here. But
well, I did see a report. I missed this somehow overnight, but he's expected to play for whatever that's worth.
Okay. Well, there you go. So, Bird Talk, you want to be safe, you go McConkey, or if you want to go for the big play, you can go Reed. Let's get to Alex. Half PPR, 2 receivers in the flex. Dell, JMO, Worthy, Ayuk, Najee, Sinri?
Singletary? I'm guessing Singletary?
I guess so.
All right. I think you got to go Dell and Ayuk at wide receiver. And I think I'm flexing Worthy. It's close between Worthy and Jameson Williams. I won't lie. It's close between Worthy and Jameson Williams. But it's weird. It was shocking to me that Jameson Williams is going to play after they elevated 2 wide receivers from the practice squad. Like,
yeah, that's odd.
But I think in this case, I'm just not going to risk it with Jameson Williams maybe being less than 100%. I mean, maybe they elevated these wide receivers because they're like, hey, maybe he goes out there and like he's like, nah, never mind, guys. Sorry, I can't play. And at least we have 2 guys behind. Like, I don't know. Worthy is 100% healthy. No Hollywood Brown. He's got incredible upside. I'm just gonna flex Worthy this week. So Dell, Ayuk, and Worthy are my choices.
Yeah, I'd say even if nothing popped up at all in the injury report with Jameson Williams, don't need to start him with these guys. Ayuk, you're definitely starting. Dell, we liked a lot this week. And I think I would just go Worthy anyways. So there you go. Those are your 3. Lex Dad was offered a trade. All right. Here we go. We're getting rid of A.J. Brown. We give A.J. Brown for DK Metcalf and Keenan Allen.
No. Keep A.J. Brown. Definitely keep A.J. Brown. Someone's trying to take advantage of this injury and take advantage of you.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, look, this is not an IR situation. He's only questionable for this week. I mean, he might even play, but even so, 1 game. No. Don't do that. Alan Banda has got a couple of questions. So here's the first one. Full PPR, Sharp, White, Connor, Wilson, Worthy, Adams, Moore. Guess we're picking a couple. I don't know. Wait, maybe this is just the same thing in a different form. Okay. All right. Thank you. Clarified here. All right. So full PPR, Kyler or Fields?
Kyler
for sure.
We're talking about 2 running quarterbacks, but we're talking about 2 completely different running quarterbacks here. Kyler.
Right. So we need 2, and then a flex.
All right. Running back is going to be White and Connor. Wide receiver is going to be Wilson. It's full PPR. I think I'm going Wilson.
One of these guys sits.
I mean, I can't. I don't think I can. I mean, see, I didn't draft Devontae Adams, so I never have to deal with this decision. I just don't have to even think about Devontae. The only time I have to think about Devontae Adams this year is when we stream. That's it. The only time I have to think about Devontae Adams this year. But I probably can't. If I did have Devontae Adams anywhere, I probably can't bench him for these guys. So Wilson and Adams. And even though I do like Worthy, and I think Worthy has the upside, you got to feel pretty good about DJ Moore this week with no potentially, almost definitely no Odunze, probably no Allen, or else a very, very, very limited Allen. Charbonnet is fine, but I mean, I don't know. I think people are a little too excited about Charbonnet this week. Like, I think he'll be fine, but it's not a great matchup. And we saw last year when he was the guy, it wasn't anything. Not like, oh my gosh, like Charbonnet is the guy, he's going to go off. So I think I got to go Wilson, Adams, and DJ Moore at the flex.
Yeah, I agree because Rachaad White, didn't get as much. Well, in terms of the running game last week, he didn't get as many carries as we'd like, and Bucky Irving was a factor. But this week, he's going to get probably more involved as a receiver. And like you said, with Charbonnet, you remember we heard nothing about Charbonnet all preseason because he was hurt and then barely involved. So I think Charbonnet is a fine fill-in for Walker, of course, just logical. And you can start him, but not expecting him to go off this week. If anything, like the fact he'll be involved as a receiver out of the backfield, but that's kind of it. So White, Connor, and I agree. Out of this group, Worthy can sit, but the other three are above him. Cerulean Dog with a super sticker. What's up? Starting Jacobs and White at running back, Sungod and Rice at receiver, Kamara at the flex. Bench is Ford, Robinson, Harrison. Any of those guys make the cut?
I think you're good. I will say if it's not PPR, I might go Brian Robinson or Ford over Kamara, but even then I might not. I mean, Kamara still gets the touches, and all the talk about Taysom Hill, smoke, complete smoke. Didn't even get the goal line carry. Kamara got the goal line carry. I mean, I don't expect Kamara to be as good, of course, because it's the Cowboys, not the Panthers. But yeah, let me see Marvin. Let me see the Cardinals get Marvin Harrison more involved before I start him. I think you're good. I think you're good with what you have.
Yeah, I think so. If that is Brian Robinson, again, depends on how you feel about Green Bay here. Probably should just keep Jacobs in. You could put Robinson over Jacobs if you want, or over White, but I think your lineup is fine. I'm not starting Harrison if I don't have to. And then a separate league, he's flexing Ford, Mooney and Odunze on the bench. I'm starting Aaron Jones at RB2. Yeah, I can't start Mooney.
Not starting. Well, Odunze might not even play, and not starting Mooney over Ford. No way.
Nah, you're definitely good there. All right. Gimme Goblin 404 Error. It's a memorable name. Half PPR, have Rachaad White 4, JT Stevenson start 2.
Ooh, you got to start JT. JT's a must. Don't get too caught up in. I mean, he wasn't even bad last week, but don't get too caught up in last week. He played almost every snap. They only ran 45 plays because Alec Pierce and Ashton Doolin out there catching huge touchdowns. It's not going to happen every week. Maybe not ever again this season, honestly. So you got to start JT. Half PPR, I think I still have to go Rachaad White. I don't think I can start Stevenson or Ford over Rachaad White yet. I mean, he had like 70 receiving yards last week with like 6 or 7 catches. I mean, that alone right there is an insane floor. So I'm going JT and White.
Yeah, I mean, JT, no brainer. These guys are all fairly close. I think for me, it's between Stevenson and White. I do feel White will get involved as a receiver a lot in this game. So I'm okay with White. It's between those two. Although this is half PPR, but it's fine. It's either White or Stevenson. I'm okay with White. Lexdad, also that same guy who really wants to get A.J. Brown from him. Would you trade? Then the first one's still a no. Would you trade Pacheco for Brown straight up?
No, it says give A.J. Brown and Jerome Ford and receive Pacheco and Keenan Allen. This is a worse trade. This is worse. You're like, I mean, okay, maybe you could convince me Keenan Allen over Ford, but barely. But no. Do not do this. I might even prefer Jerome Ford to Keenan Allen rest of the season, honestly. I mean, Keenan Allen, 32 years old, already injured. I might just want Jerome Ford, honestly.
Right. And then he's saying, I want Pacheco. I mean, okay, but giving A.J. Brown to get Pacheco, that doesn't seem right.
And I wouldn't even trade AJ Brown straight up for Pacheco. No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
No, gotta look. Nothing has changed in that Philadelphia offense except that it looked really good last week and AJ Brown went off. AJ Brown was a first round pick. Pacheco wasn't.
Right.
That's not a fair trade. Okay, so Ryan. Actually, he's got another. D-Rob or J-Mo?
Well, Jameson's playing. I think in this case, I'm going Jameson Williams. Demarcus Robinson's certainly startable this week, but we can't pretend like Demarcus Robinson doesn't have risk. You know what I mean? So, Jameson Williams, he's playing. Play him.
Yeah, in this case, take a chance on J-Mo. Ryan Leal. Also, just re-up
What's up,
that
Ryan?
membership. Thank you. Alex Bellevue. Gotta sit AJB. Yes. Should I start Sharbs or Wandale? Full PPR.
Yeah, go Sharbs here. I mean, Wandale is startable as well, but again, I mean, he's still Wandale Robinson. It's not like, you know what I mean? I know it's Commanders, but I mean, still, like, give me Charbonnet here.
Yeah, like Wandale is an interesting high upside flex option. So with Charbonnet, you got to go in this case with the guy you feel better about actually getting touches. Charbonnet will get touches. Wandale, the problem with Wandale Robinson is he's not a running back and he depends on a quarterback to actually throw him the ball and put it where he can actually catch it. So I like Wandale as a possibility, but I like Charbonnet better. All right. And then Anthony Giangregorio, 12-team PPR redraft. Got Cooper, Lockett, Deontay, Jacoby, Ford is the only running back listed here. Start one receiver, one flex.
I'm going Cooper and Ford. I feel really good about Cooper this week. And I mean, Deontay, sure, potentially. Jacoby, maybe. Lockett, maybe. But I just feel good enough about Ford and the touches he's going to give me that I'm just going to go with Cooper and Ford. So, all in on the Browns. Good luck.
All in. Well, I feel Cooper is definitely the one you want to start here. Remember that the Jags are missing not just Tyson Campbell, but both of their top two cornerbacks. So,
yeah,
even if Watson is just remotely not horrible, get Cooper the ball. Let's really hope. And then, yeah, I mean, you really want to risk Deontay, and that's fine. We did say yes to Deontay a couple times yesterday based on the other options. Ford clearly the higher floor option here. So put it that way. We have Gabo Gexy, pick 2, Ford, Brian Robinson, Rashad White, Sharbs, or Etienne.
Again, I'm still rolling Etienne this week. I'm not after 1 week. I'm not just like done with Etienne. I'm not like, okay, that's it. I'm rolling with Etienne. If we see another week like last week, or we see Tank more involved, then okay. Now I might be not done with Etienne, but I might have to drop him way down. So I'm still going Etienne. It doesn't say the format here, but again, it's hard for me to bench. It's not like Rashad White, for all the talk about, Bucky Irving. And I mean, I was talking about how Bucky Irving's getting more involved. He still had 15 carries and 6 catches last week. It's not like he didn't touch the ball. We're talking about 21 touches.
Right.
Like, I cannot bench Rashad White yet either. It's Etienne and White for me.
Yeah, again, with this group, I'll say it's tempting to roll Sharbs out there, but to me, he's last out of these running backs. Ford is fine, but I would prefer the others. I would go Etienne as well. Definitely has such an upside. And then I don't know if it's full PPR. Rashad White probably makes the most sense. If it's half or standard, I'm going Brian Robinson because I think he could have a nice game. He gets to play the Giants. Let's get one of the new members. Short season, just nabbed it yesterday to the very end of the stream. Okay, he's gonna watch this back later. He's saying, do you think a league mate would take Etienne and DJ Moore or Reed for JT or Kyron?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like JT and Kyron's values aren't super high right now. Even though they had like decent games last week, I feel like people are a little nervous about them. I mean, not nervous, but maybe just like not excited about them because they didn't go off in week 1. The question is, would I trade Etienne and DJ Moore for those guys?
Or Reed?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely do Etienne and Reed for one of those guys. I probably would do Etienne and DJ Moore as well. I mean, I still look for all the talk about Kyron punt returner. He was the unquestioned, no doubt about it, workhorse running back for the Rams. Like he got pretty much almost every touch, and JT was the no doubt about it, like not even a question, workhorse running back for the Colts. So yeah, to not have to deal with the Tank Bigsby thing in Etienne and the Caleb Williams growing pains with DJ Moore or Malik Willis, because now it was just saw a report from Ian Rappaport. Jordan Love is targeting a week 5 return, so you're looking at like 2 more weeks of Malik Willis. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think, I mean, to lock down the sure RB1, we're not, I guess, as sure about Etienne. It's not like all of a sudden he's worthless, but still. I would do, if you can, assuming he goes for it, Etienne and Reed for JT. That's the deal I would prefer the most. So see if you can do that. And then you can do it for Kyron too, because again, you're talking about different league mates. So try them out. All right, Alexis Aguilar. Welcome back, sir. Richardson, Ford, Pacheco, Nico, Kirk, Kelsey, Bucky in the starting lineup. Okay. On the bench is Brandon.
I'm gonna hope Brandon cooks, not Brandon Ayuk.
Not Brandon Powell. Trey Benson, Tank Bigsby, Cousins, Higgins, Ladd, Walker. Okay, well, that explains the Bucky thing. And Brooks on IR. Got the L in week 1.
No, I'm not putting Bucky. I mean, I'm not even putting Bucky Irving in over Brandon Cooks, to be honest.
Yeah. It looks like he's the flex. I mean, you don't need to flex.
No, you don't need to flex Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving, have him on the bench, see if he gets more involved this week, but don't put him in your lineup. I'm either playing Brandon Cooks or Ladd McConkey. I mean, I don't know. What's the difference? So one guy may, well, I mean, look, Brandon Cooks got 7 targets last week. My worry with Ladd McConkey is, yeah, you say, oh, it's the Panthers, but my worry is they just run the whole game. Like,
right.
Justin Herbert attempts 20 passes because they don't even need to throw it, right? Like, because the Panthers offense can't do anything. So, like, Ladd McConkey gets like 3 targets. You know what I mean? He has a Keon Coleman game like we saw on Thursday night where they barely throw the ball and he gets nothing. Like, because they're like, we don't need you. We don't even need you this week. So I think I would just gamble on Brandon Cooks. I like Brandon Cooks this week. I think he's in a good spot. And now Marshawn Lattimore, by the way, is like coming down to a game time decision, which could hurt that secondary. So I'm going Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, if that's Brandon Cooks, and I can't think offhand who else it might be, yeah, definitely you can swap him out with Bucky because it looks like that's your flex. No need to trust Bucky. No. Jake the Snake, full PPR, needs flex. Nico, Flowers, or Connor, it's full PPR.
Wow. How are these guys your flex options? But I think you got to go with, I mean, I like Flowers a lot this week. I like Connor a lot this week, but I think you got to roll with Nico. I think you just got to roll with Nico. He looked good enough last week. I think Nico's one of those guys I think you just have to have in your lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not alone saying I felt like despite having Diggs there and Tank Dell back healthy, Nico was definitely going to be the number 1 receiver. What I saw last week just reaffirmed that Nico is now not just the number 1 receiver in Houston, but he's almost a lineup lock for me. I mean, unless you're just stacked, which you seem to be, but I'm starting Nico pretty much no questions asked. Garrison, Olave, Ayuk, Worthy. We need 2, so who sits?
Worthy's got to sit for me. I know Worthy scored the most points last week, but he's still a rookie. He's still risky. He still only had a 14% target share last week. It's not like he got peppered with targets. I still got to roll with Olave and Ayuk. Yeah,
it's got to be Olave. Look, Worthy is always going to be a strong wide receiver 3. I don't think we can say he's a wide receiver 2 yet. Ayuk and Olave are just in there. Frihola. Burrow or Stafford? The heart says Joe, but the brain says Matt. I mean, we know who should win out here.
Yeah, I think you got to go with the brain. I agree. Matthew Stafford in a great spot this week. No reason to doubt Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, go Stafford. I will say again, in that one and only one league where I was foolish enough to draft Joe Burrow. I went with Stafford last week. Didn't regret that. And I did drop Stafford to go with Baker Mayfield this week. But if Baker Mayfield wasn't available, I would still be rolling out Stafford. Okay. Just to let you know, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Jordan Dumas. All right. Thank you, Jordan. Let's see where the questions are because he did back-to-back super chats. All right, Jordan. Don't see question. We'll keep going with another one that has no question. Young JT. Like I get it. We're on the other end here. I don't know how the super chat thing works, but we'll do our best. Young JT and Jordan Dumas will put your questions up. Oh, here's Jordan's.
All right.
All right. Got Mason before week 1. That was nice. Starting Jacobs and Mason needs help at the flex, though. We got Monty B-Rob, Demarcus Robinson, McConkey, or Charbonnet.
I'm going Brian Robinson here. I like Brian Robinson this week. Gets the Giants. Looks pretty good last week. Not worried about. Even though the Giants may win this game, I don't think they're going to blow the Commanders out because they're still the Giants. So I'm going to go Brian Robinson.
I'm going Brian Robinson. He was one of my booms. I like him. I mean, you're fine with Monty, but let's go for the upside, shall we? Always go for upside. All right, Alexis got another one. This is a trade offer. It was offered Jaden Reed for B-Rob. Would you take Jaden Reed now? Sort of a buy low.
Well, I wonder if that's Jaden Daniels. Because she says, or wait for love. Like maybe she has Jordan, or he. Sorry.
I know.
Because maybe he has Jordan. Maybe he has Jordan Love.
I thought of it as Jaden Reed. Should I wait for Love to come back before I buy on Jaden Reed? It says got offered.
Well, it could be that too. It could be that too. I don't know. Right now, I probably just take Brian Robinson either way, whether it's Jaden Daniels or Jaden Reed. Running backs are harder to find. Give me the running back who's A, healthy, and B, I don't have to worry about his quarterback too much because he's a running back. So I'll just take Brian Robinson either way, whether it's Jaden Reed or Jaden Daniels, doesn't matter. Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I agree. This is not the good time to get Jaden Reed if that's who it is. If it's Jaden Daniels, I'm not trading a starting running back like B-Rob for a quarterback who still needs time to develop. So, nope, hold B-Rob. Brosif, bench 1. Mason, White, Flowers, Ford.
I think you got to bench Ford here. Got to start Mason. Got to start Flowers. Again, Rachaad White, it's not time to throw dirt on Rachaad White already. 15 carries, 6 receptions. It's full PPR. Ford sits.
Yeah, Ford sits. Pretty clearly here, you got to go Mason. Flowers it's full PPR. You go with Flowers here pretty much every week. And then you go. So benching Ford, Devontae Blackstock, pick 2 at the flex. Pollard, Cooper, Jones, Worthy, J-Mo, Javonte.
All right, Cooper feels like a must to me. And then it's between Aaron Jones and Xavier Worthy as my next. Aaron Jones against the 49ers. I mean, I still like Aaron Jones. He got the touches. He's not hurt yet.
Yeah.
Jones is like your floor flex option, and Worthy is your go for the upside. I mean, I generally like to go for the upside unless you already had if you already had James Cook play and your opponent had Tua and Waddle, where their quarterback and their wide receiver got him very little, then maybe I go Aaron Jones and just say just give me, don't risk Worthy going out there and getting 5 points for you or something. But if not, I probably shoot for the upside of Worthy.
Yeah, let's go for the upside wide receivers. It's full PPR. Cooper and Worthy, I think, are the moves here. Aaron Jones is fine, but it is San Francisco defense, so go for Worthy. All right. NTY. 10 PPR, 2 receivers in a flex. St. Brown, yes. Nico, yes. Debo, yes.
Yes.
Pollard, no.
No.
This one, and that was pretty simple. All right, Dan Plant. Let's see if we see a question from Dan. Which, by the way, is a good time just to let y'all know. Whatever question you ask, if you can tell us if it's PPR, half, non, super flex, whatever, details like that help. You don't have to give us your entire team, but, you know, it helps. All right, here's Dan's huge dilemma. I have a brown lazy boy chair with a cup holder. It doesn't recline. With a blue lazy boy, no cup holder, but it does recline.
Oh, this is easy. You get it. You get in the blue recliner, no doubt about it. You don't have like a little table you can bring next to you or a chair to put your drink on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm taking the blue lazy boy 10 out of 10.
The recliner for the win. Yeah, exactly. There's got to be some other way to hold that can, or keep it in your hands. You know, it's gonna come in handy. You don't need necessarily to let it sit there in that cup holder. Otherwise, you're not doing it right. All right, now you get a little ice chest next to you, and then that way you just reach into it and have it on top.
Exactly.
There you go.
There you go. Just put a little ice chest down at your feet, and every time your drink runs out, you just grab a new one. There you go.
No need to move at all physically for 7 straight hours.
Right.
So, we're going blue. Definitely going blue. Andrew. I like how by the way, he specified before the question 10-team PPR.
It's very important.
All right. Appreciate that, Dan. Andrew Gill, Jaden Reed, or Deontay Johnson?
Oh. I mean, they both have terrible quarterbacks potentially this week, but one guy's healthy and one guy's not. I guess just go with Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, this is tough. This is where I might just not take. I mean, you say take a chance on Deontay. Jaden Reed's the one who's questionable. I mean, he is probably going to play, but yeah, the whole offense could be questionable. Probably just go Deontay. Team My Dolce, OTK. 2 flex league PPR. Who should be in the 2 flex spots? Likely Metcalf or Neighbors. We need 2.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, Neighbors for sure. And I know I'm a little nervous for Metcalf this week, going against Christian Gonzalez there of the Patriots, but I can't flex a tight end like Likely over Metcalf. He's not going to do what he did last week, probably. Now I say that he probably will. But I got to go Metcalf. I got to go Metcalf and Neighbors.
Yeah, definitely Neighbors. And yeah, I'm not flexing Likely out. Different league, 1 flex in half. Mason or Thomas?
It's got to be Mason. Mason, very close to a lineup lock for me.
Yeah, go Mason here. There you go. Julio, good morning. Run CMC. Not doing a lot of running for a few weeks, but hey, your opinion on the Panthers and Bears wide receivers? Stashable? I think there's only exactly 1 receiver in each team that's stashable. I guess maybe 2.
You can stash Odunze or Keenan. You can stash Leggett, I think.
No. He's asking Worthy and JMO better prospects.
I don't know about. I guess it depends. If you're talking about prospects for this season, potentially, yes.
DJ Moore. If you're talking about DJ Moore, yeah, you still want DJ Moore over these guys. Deontay, let's see. Not giving up on him yet. Let's see. I mean, we both talked about Xavier Leggett this week, but I mean, he's not up there with these guys, JMO and Worthy.
No,
so that's about it. All right. Twism 5. The injury bug is killing a lot of us. I didn't realize exactly how much Kenneth Walker I had until I had to set my lineups yesterday. And That didn't feel good.
Mm-mm.
Start 2, Luke McCaffrey, Ray McLeod, Jalen Warren, or Gus Edwards. 2 of those.
Gus and McCaffrey, I guess. I mean, I'm not Jalen Warren. No. Ray McLeod. Gus and McCaffrey, I guess. Gus is shockingly the one I feel the best about.
Yeah, same. Gus should be fine. Gets Panthers. I'll go with Gus. I don't know. I might go McLeod over McCaffrey just because he got targets last week, and we'll see if he does it again. He might need to throw it a lot. So I don't really think it's going to make a big difference. But McLeod, McCaffrey, one of those. Jordan Olson says he's got a spicy one. Have Mason and Hall. He wants to trade for CMC. CMC to you for Hall. No.
You got Brees Hall. Why even take on the risk of CMC? Why take the 6, maybe more weeks of no CMC? You got Brees Hall. Nah.
Not at all worth it. Frizzle, D-Rob, or Eckler?
Just give me Demarcus Robinson. I mean, what are you hoping for from Eckler? Like 4 or 5 catches and maybe, hopefully, he falls into the end zone on one of those catches. You know what I mean? Like, Eckler just barely even a floor play in PPR. At least Demarcus Robinson has some upside. Give me Robinson.
Exactly. Go just shoot for some upside with Robinson. Also, Eckler, I feel like, is a guy who might have more value in games where they might be behind and have to pass it, dump it off more. I don't feel that way against the Giants. That's why I feel like it's a big Brian Robinson game. You know what I mean? So I don't think Eckler is even as involved this week. But okay. Lorne Thompson, PPR, 1 running back, 2 receiver, 1 flex, B-Rob, Sharbs, London, DJ Moore, Cooper, Devontae Smith. Okay. Well, you got to start Smith.
Yeah, Smith is one of my wide receivers. And then again, I'm too high on Amari Cooper this week, but I'm going Amari Cooper. I think I still man. The flex is tough. It's full PPR. I'm going DJ Moore. I don't know. Like maybe I'll regret it. Maybe I'll regret it.
That's where I'm leaning to because I know I like Robinson this week. It's full PPR. DJ Moore could be the only guy there, right? Could be the only receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like DJ Moore. No, he's a good enough receiver. I don't have to put running back over him. A running back, it's like low end RB2. Well, there you go. Make it easy. Smith, Cooper, and DJ Moore. And then streaming the Colts defense, totally fine.
Yep. Colts defense good this week.
David Williams. Need QB. Wide receiver 2, flex. Daniels or Baker?
Man. This one's close. But you know me, I'm gonna lean on the QB that runs because I just know like if Baker goes out there and only throws 1 touchdown, what are you really getting from Baker? So I'm gonna go Daniels, even though I do like Baker.
Yeah, and like I talked about Baker as the best streaming quarterback. That's because James Daniels not a streamer. He's like 90% rostered or something like that. A lot of people are wanting to start JD over like Kyler Murray. We're not doing that, but I can start him over Baker. I mean, it's the Giants. So Daniels it is, and then got Neighbors, DK, or B-Rob as a wide receiver 2 and a flex.
All right, Neighbors at my wide receiver 2. This is really close to the flex again. I mean, normally in PPR, I'm going to take DK Metcalf like 9 times out of 10 over Brian Robinson Jr. But again, not a great spot for DK Metcalf this week. I wonder how much they're going to throw the ball because Patriots. Oh man.
Hmm. Does it factor into your decision at all? I mean, assuming this is the same team, so you already got JD for Washington going. Do you split the difference and say, well, maybe I don't want to go all in on the Commanders? Or,
I mean, no, I don't ever think that way. I just think like my real thought, like this is like my thought. Well, I have a lot of thoughts like, okay, how does a player get used? How do I think the game's going to go? Like all these things are going on in my head at the same, like what's the matchup? You know what I mean? All these thoughts are going in, but really what it comes down to is who do I think is going to score the most points? Or who has the potential to score the most points?
well, if that's what it is, I'd go B-Rob over DK.
I guess it's just, oh man, it's PPR. I wish it was like half or none, and I could easily say Brian Robinson.
Cannot be easy, Chris. It can never be easy. So
Just go Brian Robinson. I guess he's pretty safe this week. I guess.
Daniels, Neighbors is your wide receiver, and then it's close between those two. I'll admit it's not a gimme, but we'll lean Robinson. All right, and then this is TRCXS. Trying to decipher if that means something. PPR Flex 1: Kirk, D-Rob, Zamir White, Palmer, or Warren.
I think you got to go Kirk here. I think he's just a tier above these guys. I know it wasn't a great week 1, but that's what you get with Christian Kirk. This week could be a great week 2. So these guys are fine, like kind of if you need them, but Kirk's in my lineup.
Yeah, this one pretty easily. You can just secure Kirk there. I'm Alec. Welcome back. You going Aaron Jones or Charbonnet?
Oh man. This is another really close one. Like if Aaron Jones had a better matchup, I would just easily say Aaron Jones, but it is the 49ers. But I don't expect a big Charbonnet game. Like I think he'll be fine, but I don't expect him to do anything crazy. But man,
yeah, this one is tough. I'm leaning Jones though. I mean, he's healthy. He looked good last week. Should do something.
Yeah, that's probably where I would lean to. Slightly Aaron Jones, and then I'm still going Ingram over Goddard at tight end. Although I will say, like if AJ Brown is out, that certainly helps Dallas Goddard, but you're not going to know until Monday night. So probably just roll Ingram.
Yeah, I think you can feel good enough about Ingram. I'm keeping him in as my starter if I got him. Jones, Ingram, here we go. Someone asking, are we only doing super chats? We kind of have to at this point because we're already almost up to 100 and we're an hour in. So we're going to keep catching up, but we will do a quick lightning round.
Should we squeeze in a lightning round of non super chats here?
Yeah, a quick one.
Squeeze in a quick lightning round of non super chats.
Half tracks, Sharbs or Olave?
Olave.
Definitely Olave. Peter, Ayot, Dak or Stafford?
Nah, Dak's at home. It's not. Look, Marshawn Lattimore might be out. Give me Dak.
Yeah, it's pretty close, but let's just go with Dak. Should be fine. That one's too tough. All right, how about this one? Gil Gonzalez, Mason or Ford?
Mason.
There you go. We already had this one, but Seth, Jane Daniels or Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray. Like JD, but I also like Kyler.
Right. Matthew, cool. Najee or Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones it is. And then, that one's tough too. All right, how about this one? Let's do it. Michelle, Ridley, Zach Moss, or Jacoby Myers?
All right. I mean, here I'll probably just go Ridley because, I mean, Zach Moss maybe falls in the end zone. Jacoby Myers, again, maybe he finds the end zone. I'll just gamble on Ridley.
Yeah. In this case, again, go with the target share. I guess that's the edge here. Okay. And then we're going to get to the rest of the Super Chats. First, quick reminder, if you weren't at the very top of the show, You may not know. Maybe your first time. If you are, we got a lot of new viewers already just last week. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We're here to try to help you as much as possible. And I should also let you know, if you don't know, that we partner with Underdog. You may have heard of them. UnderdogFantasy.com is the place to go, or you go to the App Store, Play Store, download Underdog if you haven't yet. Now, if you already have an Underdog account, you already know how great it is, but you may not know you got this free pick sitting right there in your lobby. So you get CD Lamb, just getting a yard, go higher than the 0.5 total yards. So free pick for everyone. And if you haven't tried Underdog yet, or maybe don't even know what it is, well, you'll find out, because if you sign up right now, it's a great time to do it. You also get this free pick, Caleb Williams, just getting 1 yard. So with both of those, you can take them separately. You go higher on the 0.5 total yards. That's a free pick for you. And you combine it with any other pick, and that's a good chance for you to win right off the bat. Just make sure, if you're signing up for the very first time on Underdog, use code ENDGAME, because that also gets you, this is probably the most important part, bonus cash up to $1,000 for your first deposit there. So you'll basically be playing with free money, and then you get free picks on top of it. So check it out if you haven't already. You can do picks before the game. You can do picks during the game. You can do picks for every game and almost every player that there is. And that includes offensive players, defensive players, and yes, even kickers. So check it out. And of course, our app, Draft Lane, check that out if you haven't already. It's totally free to download, App Store, Play Store. And there are all sorts of options for you there. You can sync your leagues from Yahoo Sleeper, see your standings, your league history, and of course, connect with us. That's what it's for. It's basically the app version of this live show. You ask us questions, start, sit, waivers, trade, and even more. So you can do that on the app called Draft Lane. And right now, for signing in, you get a $10 credit as a new customer. So also a limited time offer, not going to last forever. So do take advantage of that while you can. All right, let's get back to the super chats. Deanne, 12-team PPR, got Herbert, Chase, Debo, Puka, Kirk, Allen, Connor, Mason, Walker, Ford, Bigsby. Was offered Hurts for Debo. You do that.
Oh, man. The problem is look, I certainly prefer Hurts to Justin Herbert by a million miles. I mean, I really don't want Justin Herbert as my QB.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you do this, you're rolling out Chase, Kirk, and a banged up Keenan Allen as your wide receivers. Like, that's all you got until Puka comes back. You can't do this.
No.
I mean, who's on the waiver wire? Like, there's Geno Smith. I might take Geno Smith over Justin Herbert, honestly. But you can't do this deal. You can't do this deal.
No, losing Puka guarantees that this would make you very shallow at wide receiver. Tempting, but not worth it. And look, you're already also down Walker at running back. Yeah. Can't do it. Dr. Mike Mama. Fields or T-Law?
Can I really put Fields in over T-Law?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think I'm still going T-Law. I mean, maybe Fields could run in a touchdown, but I mean, what did Fields get you last week, even with all those rushing yards? Like, I'm still going T-Law here, even though I don't love the matchup.
Well, with Fields, of course, we know he's got that rushing upside. Denver, not a scary defense, but I mean, do we really feel like this game is going to be super high scoring? It's an Arthur Smith offense. It is not going to be aggressive. He's not going to take as many deep shots. He's not going to be running by design, I don't feel like. So I think Fields is still fine, but I don't think we can think of Justin Fields like we did, before when he was with the Bears. It's not exactly the same situation. He only has one good receiver to throw to, honestly. So I would just stick with T-Law. I don't love T-Law this week, but I would still stick with him. All right, what about Irina Worthy, Monty, or London in full PPR?
I think in full PPR, I got to go London here and hope it gets better. Monty's giving you almost nothing in the receiving game. You really just need Monty to score. Like that's like you need Monty to score. So I'll gamble on London. It's a good matchup for him this week against the Eagles. Got to hope Kirk is better. I'll go London.
Yeah, it's full PPR. I'm going to go London. I think London will be fine. They are going to get him the ball at least a little bit. Not saying it's going to be a huge game, although that Philadelphia secondary, you pointed this out last week. Bradbury's out. They're banged up in the secondary, which already was bad last year. So I'm going London. Wang, DK, or Aaron Jones.
Oh, man. I think here I'll go DK because, I mean, even though I do like Aaron Jones, I'm not really feeling a big Aaron Jones game against the 49ers. It's PPR. I'll go DK Metcalf.
Yeah, this is, again, how much risk you want to take on. Aaron Jones should be fine. Not predicting a big game for him, but I still think he's at least in the RB2 range. DK is risky, but he can always make that one big play, right? And I don't know if he's getting shadowed necessarily by Christian Gonzalez.
No, I don't think
probably not. And that's the one thing is, with Walker out, they may have to lean on the passing game a little bit more, but I give the slight edge to DK. And then a quarterback, Geno, Carr, or Bryce Young.
Just give me Geno, I guess. I guess he's on the road, but it's the Patriots. I mean, Carr on the road against the Cowboys, this could end up being a huge disaster. Give me Geno.
Yeah, there's no way we can consider Bryce Young just yet. And then Carr is not a good matchup. Go with Geno. All right, and Matthew Coot, another one, DK or Devontae.
All right, again, I mean, I don't think Devontae Adams is going to have a big game this week, but I also don't think DK Metcalf's going to have a big game this week. But I think you got to go Adams here, reluctantly.
I'm going Adams for sure. My prediction is Baltimore gets out to an early lead. Derrick Henry asserts himself as the king, and they kind of stomp all over the Raiders early. So then maybe Devontae Adams gets that garbage time yardage. He still got several catches last week. Not a lot of yardage, but still, I'm going Devontae. Victor Hoots. All right, we need two. Najee, B-Rob, Swift, Charbonnet.
B-Rob and Charbonnet are my two.
We haven't really talked a lot about Swift. Do you think Swift can't be much worse than last week, but do you think he gets more involved, maybe because the receivers are hurt? I mean, probably too soon to roll him out, though.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe, but too soon. I mean, you have good options here with Brian Robinson and Charbonnet. No need to risk it with Swift.
Yeah, agree. All right, full PPR flex one, Neighbors or Reed?
Definitely Neighbors this week. Healthy, going against Commanders. Give me Neighbors.
Right. Even if Reed wasn't questionable, his quarterback play might be. Go Neighbors.
Yeah.
All right, Derek Just. Pick two, Reed, Cooks, Robinson, DeMarcus.
See, again, can I really bench Jaden Reed for a Brandon Cooks or a DeMarcus Robinson? Like, that just feels too much to me. I know he's a little banged up, and I know he's got Malik Willis, but they could get him on jet sweeps. They could get him on quick slants, wide receiver screens, and this guy has... I'm going Reed and Cooks.
Well, I'll say if Reed is clear, and you said that there was reported he was going to play, right? He's
expected to play. He's expected to play. I mean, it's not official, but yeah, he's expected to play.
Yeah, in this case, sure, go with Reed and Cooks. DeMarcus Robinson is not a sure thing. All right, Victor's got another one. Victor Hughes, super flex. You're going Aaron Rodgers or Caleb Williams, young or old?
Rodgers on the road against the Titans. Caleb on the road against the Texans. But does it even going to matter at the end of the week? Really.
It might. You can't love either of these guys. We'll say having both Allen and Odunze potentially out. I would just settle for Rodgers.
Yeah, I guess. Just go with Rodgers. They might both get you like 10 points. So go with Rodgers, I guess.
So hopefully probably be the last week where I might prefer Rodgers to Caleb, but yeah, just because of that. All right, here come the AJ Brown questions. So first of all,
All right.
Gatelin Powell just wants to know, is he going to play?
We don't know yet, and the problem is it's not till tomorrow. We might not know till tomorrow, so you might need to just bench him.
Yeah, we're generally just saying just don't risk it. He's probably not going to play, but of course we don't know. But here's the risk: is he does play, but he's limited, or he gets re-injured or something. So it's risky even if he does play. And then big trips. AJ Brown is in the flex. Would you roll the dice if your options are Bigsby, Brian Thomas Jr., Dowdle, Brandon Cooks?
Man. I might just put Brian Thomas in. But again, there's always the risk that he has like a Keon Coleman game.
I'm looking at Cooks here. Again, I'm not expecting a huge game, but I do feel like he's going to get you some points. So Thomas is my next option. It's one of those two guys. I mean, we're assuming this is some sort of PPR. Even if it isn't, I'm still not starting Rico Dowdle or Tank Bigsby, so I guess it doesn't matter.
No, I'd rather just gamble on AJ Brown than those guys. But yeah, Cooks is fine too.
All right, let's go to Stussy Sucks. Okay. Full PPR. Are you flexing Worthy, Ridley, Hubbard, or Dortch?
Worthy. I just think Worthy has so much more upside than these guys. They're all risky. Give me the guy with tremendous upside, Worthy.
Yeah, this is definitely Worthy. Seeking pay dirt. Are you going to hit pay dirt with either Greg Dortch or Ty Johnson? Tyler Johnson. I'm assuming that's
because Ty Johnson already played. Who would have thought in 2024 Ty Johnson would be the third down back for the Bills? Well, you know what? Jameson is playing, so I'm just rolling with Jameson there. Whew. Got off easy.
Yeah, so not loving Greg Dortch over Jameson Williams this week. Probably not. Santana. Full RB2. Okay, full PPR RB2. White or Jacobs? Or are you sitting Marvin Harrison for these guys?
Yeah, I probably would. I mean, Jacobs is certainly risky this week, but also Jacobs could get 20 plus touches. So I'll just start White and Jacobs and let me see if they get Marv more involved this week.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's full PPR. That's a good thing for a running back like Rachaad White. Okay, so Bullman makes his return. Need to flex Jameson, Singletary, or Cooks.
Jameson's playing. Just give me Jameson. I mean, Singletary and Cooks, I like these guys this week. I mean, I certainly think they could have nice games, but again, I feel like Jameson is a tier above these guys. He's playing. Just go with Jameson.
Yeah, Singletary's not going to make the cut over these two guys. I'm okay with Cooks if you want to take the, less risk approach, but we generally say go for upside. So unless we hear something concerning about his usage, which you probably won't, let's go Jameson. All right, Brandon Ahmed, thank you for the super sticker. If we do see a question from Brandon Ahmed, we'll put it up. Swagger Jones, Purdy, or Mayfield?
I think I got to go Baker. Even though I do like Purdy's fine this week, I just think Baker, again, has the potential for a much bigger game.
Yeah, going Mayfield here, likely, or Bowers. This is, I think we've kind of answered this earlier. Likely or Bowers?
I think I'm going Bowers.
PPR. It is half.
I mean, yeah, Bowers may not score a touchdown, which could hurt him in half. But I do think we see more Andrews this week and a little less likely. So I think I'm still going Bowers.
Agree. fine to stash likely, but you don't have to start likely. Go Powers here. And then we have Moises de la Vara. What about likely or Schultz?
Now I'll go likely. I mean, Schultz was questionable to even play. He's fighting for targets with 3 good wide receivers. Give me likely.
Yeah, Schultz might be one of those guys you waited on tight end, you drafted him, and you wind up dropping him to stream somebody else. So let's go likely here. Worthy or Devontae Adams?
I mean, again, I like Worthy. He could badly outscore Adams this week, but he could also do nothing. So I think you got to go Adams.
Yeah, got to keep Devontae Adams in there. Juan Vargas. Are you going to flex Kamara or Dobbins? Full PPR.
I still got to go Kamara. He's getting pretty much all the touches in that backfield. I know it's a way tougher matchup this week, but I know he's getting the usage. So
yeah, let's stick Kamara in there. You'll be fine. Don't assume Dobbins is going to have a huge run again this week. He might, but keep Kamara. All right, and then David Williams, another Kamara question. Half PPR, Kamara, Zay, Terry, or JMO?
Is that Zay Flowers? Oh, half PPR.
That's where it gets
very
tough.
close between Kamara and Zay Flowers in half. But again, I think Zay has the upside edge here over Kamara. I'm going to go Zay Flowers.
Yeah, it's one of those first two. Kamara, Zay. I'll go with the matchup. Matchup leans Zay. All right, let's do a very quick impromptu lightning round just as we keep catching up. Guys, if you did super chat anytime like the last 45 minutes, let's say, we're getting there. So hang tight with us. We still got some time. How about a 16-teamer with Grant Mann, Dowdle, or Zamir White?
I think you got to go Zamir. If game script doesn't get out of hand for the Raiders, which it could, Zamir is going to get more touches. Give me Zamir.
Yes. Samir, technically still the lead back, I think. Just Flo, welcome back. You mentioned AJB for Worthy or Tank.
Tank. Put Tank in for sure.
Yeah, definitely with those options, you can bench Brown. Tank it is. Wholesale Charlie. Dak or Fields?
Definitely Dak. He's at home. Give me Dak.
Definitely going Dak here. We kind of talked about Fields earlier. What about moving Bape? Zay Flowers, Jerome Ford.
Zay Flowers, assuming it's half or full PPR. If it's non-PPR, then I'll probably go for
it. Zay Flowers for sure, unless it's standard. Lucas, Geno, or Fields?
Yeah, I guess give me Fields for the rushing. Give me Fields for that rushing ability. Maybe he runs in a touchdown.
All right, and then Juan Nunez, Kyler or Fields?
Kyler. Definitely Kyler.
Definitely Kyler. All right, back to the Super Chats. Bernard, PPR starts, A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., or Tyler Johnson?
Give me just, I guess, man, it's so frustrating having to put like Brian Thomas Jr. in. I mean, I almost kind of want to just gamble on A.J. Brown and then pick up Ray McLeod or Dotson, but I think I feel good enough about Brian Thomas Jr. this week. I just put him in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take a chance on AJB if I don't absolutely have to. Just go Brian Thomas Jr. He looked good last week. Frank the Tank, 677. Started Waddle, needs a receiver and a flex. It's full. JMO, AJB, Terry London, BTJ. Let's do that one first. A receiver and a flex.
Well, unfortunately, not A.J. Brown. I think I'm going London and Jamison Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, you got good enough options here. London and JMO. Other league, Sharps or Dobbins?
No, I'm going Charbonnet. Again, Dobbins, I mean, okay, great last week. I know it's the Panthers, but I don't know. Charbonnet, I know, is going to get the touches. Give me Charbonnet.
Yeah, it's full PPR. Give me Charbonnet. And then for the flex, would you flex Dobbins or Terry?
Man. I mean, this is one where like my first instinct is like, no, I gotta flex Terry, but then it's like, well, what if Dobbins has another couple big runs against Panthers? And then I'm like, okay, let's flex Dobbins. Then I'm like, well, what if they get Terry more involved this week? You know what I mean? This is like how my brain's thinking right now. I don't know. I probably still need to go Terry.
I'm gonna go Terry, full PPR. He's got to do something. I mean, he doesn't have to, but I think he will. All right, tattoos and top water. AR or Daniels?
No, I gotta go AR here. I mean, they're both guys with tremendous rushing upside, but Anthony Richardson is going to be allowed to throw the ball more than Daniels. Give me Richardson.
Yeah, ARs, just start and don't think about it. Parkinson or Schultz?
Parkinson. I'm just not in on Schultz at all. Just give me Parkinson with no Puka.
Yeah, I really think Schultz is going to wind up being dropped pretty soon in a lot of leagues. Too many good receivers there, unless somebody gets hurt. All right, we have medium Pepsi.
Okay. Not a small, not a large, medium.
Yes, very, very prudent choice. At the stadium, full PPR, 10-team league, Dak or Baker?
Again, very close here, but Dak's at home. CD should be like full go now. Marshawn Lattimore might be out. I'm just going to take Dak.
Yeah, I get the temptation here to go Baker. Again, it's not an absolute slam dunk that he gets 4 touchdowns. He definitely could have a big game again. I'm not going to sit Dak. All right, and my RB room was lacking. So you traded one junior for another, and Brian Thomas for Brian Robinson. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think that's a good deal for you. If you needed running back help, totally fine. Totally fine.
Okay, so yeah, and especially, well, look, you had K9 is out, Mostert is out. Yeah, that was a good move. So you can start Robinson this week. All right, well done, medium Pepsi. Recreate which two? Rice, JK, Mason, London, or AJ?
Yeah, in this case, I'm just sitting AJ Brown. You got Mason almost a lineup lock. Rice also close to a lineup lock right now. So just give me Mason or Rice. Don't risk it with AJ Brown.
Yeah, Mason, Rice, done, easy. Sean Bambo, 14-teamer, got lucky with handcuffs. Was it luck? 2 starting running backs. You got Mason and Hall. Who should I flex between Jacobs and Sharps?
Jacobs. I'm still going Jacobs here. I just think he has way more potential upside than Charbonnet.
Yeah, I'm okay with Jacobs here. Getting a lot of touches at the very least. All right, the next one goes to Lex Dad to actually drop the super chat just to say thank you. We already answered a lot of those.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What about Chris Larice? First team, start 2 receivers in the flex, half. Ford, Stevenson, Pittman, Olave. He's already starting Godwin and Moore. So 2 receivers in the flex. Well,
there's only 2 receivers, Olave and Pittman. So you got to go Olave and Pittman. And then I'm going to flex, man. Stevenson and Ford feel like Spider-Man meme.
I almost wonder, is he asked, like, he's like, well, I need 2 receivers. I got Godwin and Moore. He's asking if we should switch out those 2 receivers. I don't know if that's what he's asking. I mean, you still want to start Godwin.
I mean, I would start, okay, if that's what you're asking, I would start Olave over Moore, personally. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, and then you just flex Moore.
Yeah, and probably flex Moore, if that's what you're asking. If you need one of those running backs, I don't know. Like, really, it's like Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Stevenson, I guess. He looked good last week.
All right, and then here's straight up London or B-Rob. Half
PPR. Just give me the running back, Brian Robinson, who I feel good about. Let's see how London looks.
Yeah, big on B-Rob this week, so let's try him out. Good luck. And then we did that. Sebastian Mansour, Zay or Najee?
If that's Zay Jones, definitely Zay Jones. Probably in all formats. I'll take Zay Jones, and even in non-PPR, I might still take Zay Jones. Maybe Najee in non.
It's definitely Zay Jones. Fernando Morales. Thank you, Fernando. I don't see a question attached, so if we do see it, we'll put it up there. Got a couple of chats who don't have questions, which is totally fine, but just want to make sure we don't miss anybody. If we do somehow, you can always retype it, and you don't have to put it as a super chat. Same thing. We have of the people back again. Of the people got the super sticker. Thank you. We'll see. Let's go to the next question, though. So we keep it moving. Zach of Trades. Nice. Roll the dice with Brown Monday. If not, you got Kirk, Wandale, or D-Rob.
I'd probably just go with Kirk. Just go with Kirk today.
Yeah.
He should be fine.
Yeah, because otherwise you're waiting and then you really want Jahan Dotson in there. No, I think Kirk will be fine. All right, and then CS is live. Would you flex for Dobbins or Kirk? Half PPR.
Half PPR. I mean, the answer probably should be Kirk. But I think if it's me, I'm going forward. I like the usage you got. Yeah, I think I'm going forward here. Half PPR. It's close between him and Kirk.
Yeah. I'm probably just trusting Kirk because I don't know. I just feel like lesson learned after last year. Just keep him in your lineup. You're going to have some down weeks, and then when he goes off, you really wish you had him in your lineup. So Ford might be a little safer, but I'm personally just sticking with Kirk. Jedi Cough, another Dobbins question. Half PPR, Dobbins are worthy.
Even a half PPR, I'm going worthy here. I just think he has way more potential upside than Dobbins. I mean, Dobbins might be the safer pick, I guess. I'm just putting worthy in.
I'm just putting worthy in. And a lot of J.K. Dobbins questions. A lot of people, can he do it again? Yeah, we've been pretty skeptical on him this offseason. Let's see it. Let's see it again. I mean, sure, he could have another big game, but I'm going worthy. All right, Flacco asking the tough questions. Panic on Tyreek Hill or see how he does with a subpar quarterback?
Don't panic on Tyreek Hill. I think he'll at least be serviceable with Skylar Thompson. And if Tua is back in 4 weeks, you're going to be very glad you didn't panic on Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, don't panic on him. Not only keep, but he's still startable. Waddle is different. So speaking of that, I think this one is worth putting up here. He does not listen to bad news.
I like it.
Yesterday morning, traded CMC and Waddle for Puka and JT.
I mean, I certainly don't think it's bad. I mean, you're getting JT for CMC, which, like, look, right now, if somebody said, I'll give you JT for CMC, I'm probably just taking JT and not risking it with CMC. Puka, I wish, because again, if Tua's back in like 4 weeks, that means Waddle's going to be fine. I mean, but Puka should be back. Like, they didn't say, they said Rappaport's report was 5 to 7 weeks, depending on how his knee heals. So it's not like it's guaranteed 7 weeks. It could be 5, could be 6. So I think in the end, you're going to like this deal.
Yeah, it's interesting. You're trading, right? IR for IR. So the risk kind of cancels each other out. Yeah, I like this deal. Getting the solid RB1, eliminating the risk. The CMC is just out long term, which you can't deny it's possible. Yeah, I do. I like this deal for you. Because you get the one player right now, JT, who I'd feel best about.
Yep.
Jason Burris. All right, got Murray, St. Brown, JJ, Henry, Gibbs, likely. Lex and Cup. Bench, Mason, Dell, Najee, Ford. It's got to be an 18 league.
I know, but look, I have Mason and Henry in a league. I'm playing Mason over him. I just feel, even though I like Henry this week, I just feel better that Mason is going to get a ton of touches. So I'm personally going Mason over Henry, but nothing wrong with Henry. Man, I haven't have Dell on your bench.
Yeah, it's nice when all your options are good.
Right?
I mean, we both like Dell a lot this week, but there's no way he fits in this lineup. So yeah, that's be the only option, Mason. But I'm personally keeping Henry in there. Yeah, I wouldn't make any changes. But if you like Mason, you can swap him out. Andy Klein, Lockett or Sutton?
Just give me Sutton. He's getting more targets. I'll go Sutton.
Sutton at least is the one. Thoughts on AJ Brown?
I'm thinking he's not playing.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts right now.
Don't play him unless you really don't have any good options. B. Murphy, Rashad White, or David Montgomery?
I mean, if it's complete non-PPR, then maybe I go Monty, because I do think he has more touchdown upside. But if it's half or full PPR, I'm going Rashad White.
Right, exactly. Half or full, just stick with Rashad White. Should be very involved as a receiver today. Cronus, start three. Kamara, Sharb, Dobbins, Kirk, Cooks. These are all three flex options, so all equal. Don't know if it's PPR.
I'm going Kamara, Charbonnet, and Kirk. Cooks fine if you need him. Dobbins also fine if you need him, but I think you have three good options here: Kamara, Charbonnet, and Kirk for me.
Yeah, I really I'm hoping Dobbins doesn't do much today because we're not I'm not starting Dobbins, of course, don't have Dobbins, so yeah. No. I'm still if it's me again, assuming this is PPR, I'm still starting Kirk. Got to start Kamara. And it's like Sharps, Cooks. I probably would just go Cooks if it's full PPR. Feed 0 EME. Good morning, guys. Right, thank you. Pick up Rome for Keon.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, I don't think anybody's running out to get Keon Coleman after what he did this week. So pick up Rome, I guess.
Yeah, I think you gotta still take the patient approach with all these rookies, but especially Rome Odunze, banged up. He will be good. Eventually will be the number 2 guy there. Keenan Allen's not healthy either, so it's not like he's losing traction or anything. So yeah, I would rather have Rome. What about Lawrence Blade? Flex 2. Lazard, B-Rob, Myers, Leggett, J.K. Is that Dobbs?
Yeah, Dobbs. And I think he's saying we also need a running back too. Halfback too.
Halfback too. Okay.
Well, Brian Robinson will be my halfback too. And then I think I'm flexing Myers and I think this is one time I'm going to say yes to J.K. Dobbins. Dobbs, no, not with Malik Willis. Leggett is fine. Leggett's definitely a guy. Like if you're in a deep league, you're desperate, I think he'd come through, but I'd rather see it. Lazard, I'm not chasing last week. I'm just going to go Myers and JK. So B-Rob at halfback 2, Myers and JK at flexes.
Yeah, B-Rob definitely is the one I like the best out of this group. You know that flex 2. Yeah, with this group, I can go JK. Dobbs is not anywhere on the radar. So, and then, I mean, I did pick up Lazard in like 1 or 2 leagues because injuries, like I had room. Like who else do you pick up? In our leagues where we play in, there's not a lot to choose from.
Right.
But I'm not starting him if I really don't have to. Just go Myers. Brian Murray. Full PPR, pick 1. Olave, Harrison, Charbonnet.
Olave. I feel like we're going to have a good bounce back week from Olave this week. I'm going Olave.
Yes, Olave for sure here. So there you go, Brian. Lilish. PPR, pick 3 wide receivers. Pick 3 wide receivers, 1 flex. Puka and AJ Brown out. Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Dobbs, Najee, Madison, Eckler. Could pick up Dorchard, Dotson. Okay. 3 receivers.
Well, you need 3 wide receivers, and you only have 4 of them. Well, you have 5 of them, but one's on IR and one may not play. And I really don't want to play Dobbs. But Dorch and Dotson, is that, when you say you have Cook, is that Dalvin Cook or Brandon Cooks?
Well, it's listing, it says Cook, Montgomery, Laporta, Goff. I wonder if it's maybe James Cook, like James Cook's already in the lineup.
So okay, so saying, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Man, this is a case where I would go Neighbors, Brian Thomas, AJ Brown, and then if AJ Brown is out, just pick up Dotson and hope for the best, because I really don't expect Dobbs to do anything today with Malik Willis. So just go Neighbors, Brian Thomas, AJ Brown. If AJ Brown doesn't play, grab Dotson tomorrow. Just keep an eye on that. At the flex, I'm gonna go, I guess, Eckler. No, Najee at the flex. Sorry, Najee at the flex.
Yeah, not enough receivers to put in there. I'm not going to go Dorch or Dotson. Just go Najee at the flex. I agree. Neighbors, Thomas, and I guess AJ Brown. All right. Cali Loco. Flex 1. Likely Zach Moss, Chase Brown, Amari Cooper.
Definitely Amari Cooper here. Definitely going Amari Cooper.
This one's an easy one. It's Cooper. Tony Renteria, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see if we find a question for you. If so, we'll put it up. And then let's do Andrew Scarlett, Justice Hill, or Cortland Sutton at the flex.
Yeah, Sutton. He's going to get more targets. I don't feel like this is a Justice Hill week. They're not going to drop back 57 times and dump it off Justice Hill a bunch. So I got to go Sutton.
Yeah, not starting Justice Hill. And then Darnold or Malik Willis.
I cannot start Malik Willis. I'll reluctantly start Sam Darnold, I guess.
Yeah, can't feel great about Darnold even in Superflex, but I mean, look, he was good last week. He's got at least Justin Jefferson, so just go Darnold. And then Jacob Crockett, Scary Terry, or Jameson Williams.
Man. I guess just go Jameson Williams and hope he does it again. Can't feel good about Terry right now.
Don't feel great about Terry. I'm a little nervous about Jameson Williams this week, though. If it's me, I actually might go Terry here. There's a little bit of risk baked into both for different reasons.
Yes.
All right. How about another Terry question? This is Poi on vlog. Would you go McLaurin or Brian Thomas?
Here I'll go McLaurin. Again, it's not a great spot for Brian Thomas this week. He's still a rookie. Let's just hope on the McLaurin bounce back.
Yeah. Go McLaurin here. Mayfield or Stafford?
I like them both, but I guess I give Mayfield the slight edge.
Yeah, this is really close. I think I have them neck and neck in rankings. But again, I did say this in the league where I'm not starting Joe Burrow. I did drop Stafford for Mayfield, so that tells you I got to say Mayfield. What about Repenter Parrish, 77? Dak or Daniels?
Yeah, this is where it gets pretty close for me. But I think even though Daniels, I feel like, does have more upside, he also has significantly more risk. Like if he doesn't run in a touchdown, he could really kill your week.
Right.
Dak is good enough this week. I'm going Dak.
Yeah, that's the thing is you get, sucked into. You see what Daniels did last week. You're like, he's gonna. He might not run in a touchdown or 2 touchdowns every single week. Like there might be
He
weeks where
probably
he
won't.
doesn't run in a touchdown, and then you're like, what happened? He threw for 150 yards. It's going to happen. So my worry is that with Daniels is that it is a big B Rob week, or it's just like, look, they don't really even have to try to pass the ball because it's the Giants. I don't know. I'm going Dak if it's me. Surge. Flex 1, Flowers, Metcalf, or B Rob.
It's full PPR.
Look, just talking about exactly. Actually, I didn't just saw this. This is exactly what I was talking about. Jaden Daniels kind of turns me off from B Rob. I wouldn't say that. In fact, for me, it's kind of the opposite. But
yeah, but actually, I missed Flowers here. Full PPR. I'm just easily going Flowers here. Full PPR.
It is full PPR. I'm still going with the number 1 receiver too. So I like Brian Robinson, but I gotta start to say Flowers. And then what about Mike Chills, Tank Dell, or Drake London?
Just give me Tank Dell this week. I think it's going to be a good Tank Dell week. Let's see London. I think if I have somebody like Dell, I just bench London and roll with Dell.
Yes. Not out on London, but like Tank Dell. Opponent has CJ. Doesn't matter. Also got offered Ayuk and Achane for CD.
Yeah, I think I got to take Ayuk and Achane here. I mean, look, there's risk with Achane, especially if Mike McDaniel is going to give him 30 touches every week. This guy could break at any moment, but I mean, until then, he's a no doubt RB1, and Ayuk I think is still a top 15, maybe even top 12 fantasy wide receiver. So I think this is, if I'm going to trade CD, this is the kind of offer I need. Give me Ayuk and Achane.
Yeah, I think that is enough. And then looking at your running back room, hoping you have somebody who's hurt because I see B-Rob, Tyjae Spears. That's who you're starting. Yeah, you could use the upgrade there. You don't want to have to roll out Tyjae Spears every week. So take it. Sean Lagunde for a flex in half. I think here we can trust Deontay Johnson over Chase Brown and Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yes, I'll go Deontay Johnson here. Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Definitely Deontay. All right. Eric Sahlberg, Rashee Rice, or Drake London?
Again, Rashee Rice close to a lineup lock for me. So I don't need to risk it with Drake London here. Just give me Rice.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a reason not to start Rashee Rice unless your wide receivers ahead of him are like Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Debo. Yeah, just start Rice. Marcus, what's up, Marcus? In that crazy point per everything league. Pitts or McBride?
My question. McBride. Sorry, I misread it. McBride.
And then flex again. Yes, these are his flex options: JT, Jacobs, Henry.
Yeah, remember it's a point per carry league. I'm still going JT here. He played almost every single snap last week. He got every touch but one in that backfield. And it's not going to be a game, probably not going to be a game where Alec Pierce scores and Ashton Doolin score 2 huge touchdowns. They're probably just going to be easily winning this game, which means JT probably getting 20 plus carries. Give me JT.
Yeah, and I had told him on Discord I really like Henry this week, but JT is right there with him. So it's close between those two. Need a big game. Well, yeah. It's not Jacobs. And so definitely not Jacobs here. Don't take that risk. I'm fine with JT too. Sugar Nips.
All right.
Why not? Ingram or Likely?
Ingram. Still rolling with Ingram.
Yeah. Dobbins or Ford rest of season?
I still got to prefer Ford. He's healthy. He's the clear workhorse for the Browns. We still have nothing even close to a timetable for Nick Chubb. I still got to prefer Ford rest of the season.
Yeah, look, I need to see at least one more time. And even so, I don't know how long it'll take before I'm completely sold. Like, okay, this is it. J.K. Dobbins, like this is the breakout season. And he's definitely not going to get hurt. I've got to go forward. Still feel good about Ford. Juan Pablo, welcome back. Full PPR, Moss, Lad, or AJB.
I assume that says I have Dotson. I have Do.
Probably Dotson.
I think I just go with Lad. I think I just go with Lad McConkey. I mean, maybe Moss scores, but what else are you really getting from Zach Moss this week against the Chiefs? I'll just go with Lad McConkey, unfortunately. It's sad that you got to bench AJ Brown, but here we are.
Yeah, I just can't feel great about his prospects. Just go Lad. Take what you get. Hey, Josh Palmer is out or limited. Could be a decent Lad week. And then we got Gavin Smith, Neighbors, Harrison Reed, Ford.
You start Neighbors. He's healthy. He's going against Commanders. Give him a shot. Give him a shot this week.
Yes. This is the week you can roll out Neighbors and not feel guilty about sitting the others. Not a super chat, but let's answer this trade. It's very interesting here from the Soupy Special, Campbell's to be exact. Andrews and Bigsby for Schultz and Moss.
I think the Andrews side wins because, I mean,
yeah,
I prefer Andrews way over Schultz. Bigsby, Moss, okay, whatever, but give me Andrews over Schultz for sure.
This is, I think, a clear win for the Andrews side. Yeah, you're going to be happy with this. Like I said, I think Dalton Schultz is going to wind up getting dropped in a lot of leagues. And then we Sess, of course, one of our members, morning, 10-team PPR. Oh. Neighbors or Rice?
Oh, man. Again, I like Neighbors this week, but I'm saying Rice close to a lineup lock. He's got Mahomes. I mean, for as good as the matchup is for Neighbors, he still does have to overcome Daniel Jones.
Right.
So I'm just going to go Rice.
Does it matter? He's already got burned with the Dolphins receivers. I mean, obviously needs this big upside, but just still go with Rice. I mean, what really is Neighbors' ceiling still in this offense? Even if he goes off, right? I mean, it's still Daniel Jones. I mean, does he have 200 yards, 3 touchdown upside?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
That would be 3 touchdowns, I think, would be more touchdowns than Daniel Jones has thrown in like his last 8 games or something.
Right. Yeah. So love Neighbors this week, but can't sit Rice.
Yeah. In fact, since Daniel Jones over the last 2 years, now granted he got hurt last year, but Daniel Jones has only thrown a total of 2 touchdowns. So 3 touchdowns to Neighbors today would be more than he's thrown the last 2 years. How about that stat for you?
That's exactly why I didn't draft Neighbors in the 3rd round. But hey, play him next week, maybe. We'll see. Jay Holly 203, pick 2, Ford Najee, B-Rob Jacobs, PPR.
Jacobs and Brian Robinson.
Yes. These guys are kind of close. I like B-Rob, like Jacobs. Let's go. Sal Palumbo, half PPR, Singletary, or Jameson.
I think I still got to go Jameson. I mean, I'd like Singletary this week, but it's like, what's the upside here on the Giants? So I'm still going to go Jameson.
And
Neighbors and Cooper and full PPR is close. I will say I prefer Cooper, but you drafted Neighbors. This may be one of the few weeks you feel great about Neighbors. Maybe roll out Neighbors, but I would prefer Cooper in a vacuum.
Yeah, if you're swinging for upside, which we generally recommend, it's Jameson and it's Neighbors. I might feel a little better about Cooper. But hey, if you drafted Neighbors, why not start Neighbors? Okay. Cash Money just dropped in to say Raymond McLeod doesn't belong on the teams. No.
You're in a deep league. Sometimes you got to go digging deep.
Exactly. I mean, technically, he did get a lot more catches than Drake London last week. Just saying. All right. Lilish, 14 person. This is a different one. Have Hurts, JT. Yeah, he should be locked in. So we need running back, 2 receivers, and a flex. Eckler, Dowdle, Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Marvin Harrison, Rashee Rice, Brandon Ayuk, Amari Cooper. Okay, well, I much feel better looking at your receivers. Brian Thompson.
Yeah, wide receiver and flex is going to be easy. That's going to be Rice, Ayuk, and Cooper. That's
Right.
easy.
So
Running back, it's PPR. Just give me Eckler. He'll catch some passes. He'll give you something. He's not going to like Chase Brown could give you like a point. Dowdle could give you a point. Bucky Irving could give you a point. Eckler will give you a decent floor. Eckler.
Yeah. In this case, stash these running backs, but don't start them. Just go Eckler. All right. Sonny Helms, 10 team, half PPR, needs a second running back and a flex. Got White, Monty Sharps, Dobbins, Harrison, London.
All right, so you need a second running back, a flex. Again, I can't put these guys over Rashad White, even a half PPR. I'm still going Rashad White. And I'm probably still going London. I mean, if you want to play it a little safer, you can go Charbonnet. It is half PPR, so if you want to go a little bit safer, you can go Charbonnet. But I think I'm going London at the flex.
And this is a 10-teamer. I think generally don't need to play it as safe, right? You need some bigger point totals. So, yeah, I would go London. I'm fine with London. I think he's going to get something. Is this 2? If we're looking at Roman numerals or II? I don't know. All right, half PPR. How did we get here? We are at Emmanuel Wilson or Kenny McIntosh, who, for those who don't know, is the third running back for Seattle. Drop either of them for Ray in case AJ Brown is out. I think they're droppable.
Yeah, you can drop either of them for almost anybody. I mean, you really have to start one of these guys?
Well, okay. Saying, or would you start Brandon Cooks, Wandale?
I would start any of those guys over Emmanuel Wilson or Kenny McIntosh, if that's the question here.
Yeah, well, if the question is, are you waiting for AJ Brown and then, now I have to pivot to Ray McLeod, or just start one of these guys? I'm just starting Brandon Cooks
over Deontay.
Or
yeah,
Deontay.
I was gonna say I probably still go Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, you can drop both of those guys.
Yeah.
All right, here's Tony Renteria. Godwin or Kamara
in full PPR? Definitely Godwin.
Yeah, go Godwin. Should have another big game. I mean, should have a big season, really, but definitely a good matchup this week. Excellent matchup, in fact. Let's go to Henry Wynn. Mahomes or Murray?
I'm just not benching. I don't know how you have both these QBs, but I am not benching Mahomes. I'm not benching. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Well, yeah, I'll just say, look, if this is a one quarterback league, you can trade one of those guys. Just saying.
Yes.
All right, and then Cooper or Terry?
Cooper. Give me Cooper.
Yes, go Cooper. All right, and then Francisco Moreira. Thank you, Francisco. Are we in on Tyler Lockett? And
Not
the
really.
The question here is Lockett or Kirk?
Yeah, just give me Kirk. Not really in on Lockett. He's fine, I guess, but I think Kirk has more upside. Give me Kirk.
Not completely in on Tyler Lockett. No, I think he's fine. He's a flex option still. Obviously was involved last week despite being questionable. At some point, they'll, I hope, involve JSN and DK Metcalf will have better matchups going forward. Lockett is a flex option, but I'm going Kirk for sure. This week, definitely go Kirk. Pretty much every week, it's going to be Kirk over Lockett, though. Let's get to this. We got a first-time viewer. I know because he said so. Mind Muscle, 5,000. I like that. Amari or Terry?
Amari.
Definitely Cooper. And then Nico or DJ Moore?
Nico. Got it. Nico almost a lineup lock.
Yes, Nico for sure. All right. Thank you, Mind Muscle. Taco. Full PPR. Pickens over AJ.
Yeah, just play Pickens. He's playing. Don't risk it with AJ Brown.
Yeah, Pickens definitely a guy you can feel good about instead of AJ Brown. And then trade. Ooh, okay. Trading Pickens and Mason. God. Wait.
All right, hold on. I got it. You don't need to read it. Trade Jordan Mason plus one of those. No. Jordan Mason might be this year's Kyron Williams. No. Definitely not. Don't do that, Taco. Okay, move on. That's enough. Just go to the next question. Go to the next question. We answered it, right? Pickens over AJ Brown. Don't do that trade. Next question. There we go. All right. McLaurin, Swift. I'm assuming Jameson Williams, Brandon Cooks at the flex. I'll say Stafford over Burrow for sure. Man, do I just roll with Jameson Williams? A little banged up. I don't know. Probably should play Terry, I guess. Give him another chance.
Doesn't say it's PPR. I don't think Swift is an option. I don't know. I don't know if it's Jameson Williams with these guys. I don't know. He feels risky this week. I think Cooks is the safest pick here once again. I might just go Cooks or go for the upside. It's probably more like McLaurin. Stafford or Burrow? I'm going Stafford.
Stafford, yeah.
All right. Ooh, Savage. London or Olave?
Olave. Just go with Olave.
Have B, A, and C, D. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Go Olave here. Should be better. Jedi Koff. Running back in a flex. Dobbins, B-Rob, Sharbs. I think we did this one.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to sit Dobbins.
Yeah. All right. Still getting there, by the way. We are catching up on Super Chats. I know some of you have been waiting, but guarantee you we are going as fast as we can. We have a lot of Super Chats lined up. So we're going to have to maybe speed around this one. It's Captain Rex, half, 2 receivers, 3 flex, Marvin Harrison, Debo, Ayuk, Godwin, Jaden Reed, Dortch, Ingram, Allen, Lockett, or Pitts.
2 receivers and 3 flexes. Debo and Ayuk are my wide receivers. Godwin is for sure a flex. I think in this case, I still flex Harrison. Man. So we need one more flex. I probably still go Jaden Reed here and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think so, because the next player I might consider, I might even Lockett maybe. Yeah, I'm not sold on any of the others, so just keep Jaden Reed in there. So it basically,
and we just got official word. So luckily for everybody who has AJ Brown, he's been ruled out. So you don't even have to question it anymore. Get him out of your lineup.
Kind of what we figured, right? Not a surprise. So like Gaming Wolf got AJ Brown in the flex. Get him out. I don't want that. So Shaheed or JK?
I guess just give me J.K. Dobbins here. I mean, look, maybe Shaheed hits another long touchdown, but without that, you're getting nothing. At least Dobbins will get touches, and it is a good matchup. Give me Dobbins.
Yes. Go Dobbins in this case. All right. Then we got Pescado Joe. All right. 2 of 3. Connor, Harrison, Etienne.
I mean, it doesn't say if it's PPR or not, but I probably just go the running backs anyways. I feel good enough about Connor. Look, Etienne, despite Tank getting those carries, still got the goal line work, still got the receiving work. I'm going Connor and Etienne.
Yeah, same here. Going Connor and Etienne. Feel good enough about them, regardless of format. We have Naheem Hossein. Welcome.
Oh wow! Wait, we just got another huge update. Evan Ingram, hamstring injury in pregame warmups and is now out.
Evan Ingram.
Yes.
Pre-game warm-up injury. That's the best. Okay, so that solidifies that previous one from Captain Rex. You definitely don't want Evan Ingram in there anyways. All right, so I mean, this does make me feel even better about Kirk, right? Christian Kirk might get an uptick
Yeah.
in targets here. Brian Thomas, maybe a little boost.
Jeez. What
I
is
feel like
happening? What is happening already? Can't even get
week
through pregame
one,
warm-ups.
week one wasn't, I don't think, that bad for injuries, right? Now his season enders, but I feel like this week leading up to week 2 has been like the
Yes.
worst ever.
Yes.
What the heck? Okay. All right. Him Hossein, 12-team PPR flex Monty Moss or Jameson Williams. It's full PPR. Just take a chance on JMO here.
Yeah, take a chance on Jameson in full PPR.
Yeah, he is playing, so that's good. Can't feel good about Moss. Monty, like, that's fine, but it's full PPR. Just go with Jameson. Hank Jones, streaming DS, smart move. Last week was the Bears. You go Commanders against the Giants or Jets against Titans.
You got to go Jets. You can't start the Commanders. Even against Daniel Jones, I can't start that Commanders defense.
Never Commanders on defense. No, it's definitely the defense that's far better. Go with the Jets. And then flex, Monty, Kirk, Dortch, Cooper. I mean, it's like Kirk better, but it's still Cooper.
Still Cooper. I just think he has way more upside.
Yeah, and then Pitts are likely.
I'm going Pitts still.
Going Pitts still. There you go, Hank. Mark needs one in PPR. Pickens, Demarcus Robinson, Deontay, Cooks, Shaheed.
Oh man, I guess just go Pickens and hope for a big game.
Yeah, in this case, I'm just going to start Pickens. Might not be his best game, but clearly the one. Yeah, go Pickens. Johnny 24-14. 10-team PPR. Choose a flex, B-Rob, or Drake London.
I might just play a little safer with Brian Robinson and see how London looks on Monday night. See how Kirk Cousins looks on Monday night.
Yeah, I'm okay with B-Rob. I like B-Rob this week quite a bit, so let's go with him too. The Kraken. Down, love, go Baker or Fields?
Definitely Baker. And
Definitely
not Gino
Baker.
or Rodgers. Not Gino or Rodgers.
No. You're totally fine with Baker. I think we did this, but let's do real quick. Wholesale Charlie, Neighbors or London?
Neighbors. He's healthy. He gets Commanders. Let's go for it.
Yep. What about Mo Lim? Would you sell Achan? Scared of injuries?
I mean, I totally understand that because he's small and injury prone. But also, I mean, if I'm going to sell Achan, I better be getting an absolute stud in return because if he doesn't get hurt, this guy could legit. I mean, he legit could be the RB1 if he doesn't get hurt. Like he's got that much upside. So yeah, I better be getting like an absolute stud in return. And you know who
not only that, but I mean, I assume if you're selling Achan, you're not getting a stud running back in return because then what's the point?
Right.
So you better be set at running back if that's the case. So yeah, I know the injuries potential scares you, but I might be scared to sell him right now. John M. What's up, John? Got the membership last week. 12-man PPR. Desperation. Spears, Javonte Warren, Chase Brown.
I mean, maybe Spears gets more involved and catches some passes. I guess Spears. This is definitely desperation, though.
Yes. Spears, I guess. Desperation time. All right, Benny Black, PPR flex. What's up, Benny, by the way? Brian Thomas, Gus the Bus, Deontay or Shaheed?
I mean, I think in PPR, I still got to roll with Deontay Johnson for another week. Like these guys none of these guys make me feel like warm and fuzzy good. So probably going to roll with Deontay one more week.
Yeah. Shaheed is just like a lotto ticket. Yeah. In this case, just go.
I mean, I will say with Ingram out, that could help Brian Thomas Jr. a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know if I can put him in over.
Yeah, let's see what Deontay does. All right, the Joel Bear. JD and Kyler at QB, Terry, Debo, Marv in. Jameson Reed Worthy on the bench. Would you swap anything out here?
Kyler over JD. I mean, you probably should roll with Terry, Debo, Marv. It's tempting to play like Worthy and Jameson, but it's also scary to play Worthy and Jameson. I don't know. I might go, man. Do I go Jameson? I mean, but Jameson banged up. I'm thinking about playing Jameson or Worthy over Marvin Harrison.
I was thinking Worthy over Marvin Harrison. That's the one. I think I can keep.
Yeah, maybe just gamble. Maybe just gamble Worthy over Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, let's do that. Everything else, you're good. But did you die?
I don't know, but I'm getting close with all these injuries.
Yeah, feels like it. Picked up Dotson. Should I place Scary Terry? Okay, well, you can definitely sit AJ Brown. We know that now for sure. I think you got to go Terry over Dotson.
Yeah, Terry over Dotson, and AJ Brown is officially out. It's official.
So, for example, just seeing these are from way back. Johnny Camarena, you got to start Worthy.
Yep, Worthy.
All right. Alexis Aguilar back. Caleb or Fields?
Yeah, I probably just roll with Fields for the rushing ability. Just go with Fields this week.
Yeah. I don't feel it's going to be a huge Justin Fields game, but Caleb Williams needs some more time. And what, 2 receivers banged up? Nah. Omar Salam. Good morning. Oh, gurus. I like that. Coming from Victoria, BC. 12 team. This is a standard. We need to flex. Have Pacheco, Mason, Bijan. Have Dobbins and Monty on the bench. Would you switch out Mason? Don't think so.
Yeah, no, I'm not switching Mason. No, definitely leave Mason in there.
Yeah, look, Dobbins. Let's see. Maybe Dobbins does hit again this week, but I'm not going to sit Mason, Pacheco, or of course Bijan for him. So you're good. You're good. I know you're clearly a Bolts fan, but you can sit Dobbins. Jim Slim. Ingram, this one's easy. Evan Ingram apparently is out, so go with Brock Bowers.
Yep. Got to go Brock Bowers for the Ingram out. Got to go
Tyler
Brock
C,
Bowers.
half PPR, Zay Flowers or Jordan Mason?
In half PPR, I'm going Mason. Full PPR, I might go Flowers, but even then, half PPR, Mason.
Yeah, this is tough. Both good options. You can go Mason. Also, Singletary or Brian Thomas Jr.
I think I got to go Brian Thomas Jr. now. No Ingram. Should see, an uptick there. Go Brian Thomas.
Yes, go Brian Thomas here. And then what do you think about Amon-Ra St. Brown or Tyreek Hill?
I mean, I'd probably still take Sun God. At least you don't have to worry about the Tua situation. Just take Sun God.
Yeah, why take on risk if you don't need to? You already got a number 1 receiver in Sun God. Just keep Sun God if you have him. Austin Arnold or Armois. Jaden Reed or Christian Kirk?
Give me Kirk. Jaden Reed banged up playing with Malik Willis. I'll just gamble on Kirk.
Yes. And again, I feel even better about Kirk now with Ingram out. So Kirk it is. Allen 2 times. Pick 2. Pittman, Ayuk, DJ Moore.
I think I'm benching Pittman. I don't love the matchup for Pittman this week. I don't feel like it's a game they're going to throw the ball much. So I'll go with Moore and Ayuk.
Ayuk is the one I definitely feel best about. I'm going to go DJ Moore also this week. S. Parker have 1 spot for either Tank Dell, Jameson Williams, Najee Harris, or Zay Flowers.
Wow, this is close between Dell and Flowers. But I feel like Dell has a bit more upside. I'm going to go Dell here, but I'm also very okay with Flowers.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those two. I mean, I know Zay's clearly the one in that offense, but again, I feel like they're not going to have to pass nearly as much. Flowers is a solid start, but I kind of like the upside of Dell. I mean, this is a boom call, right? We feel like Tank could go off this week, so it's between those two. Mario Acevedo. Marv or Neighbors?
Neighbors. Let's roll Neighbors against Commanders.
Neighbors it is. This is a great spot for him. Alex Serrano. Yes, you are sitting A.J. Brown because he is not playing.
No.
Terry over Dotson again, right?
Yes, Terry over Dotson, definitely.
All right. Andrew Gill. Would you trade away T, Higgins, and Dalton Schultz for McBride and Ladd?
Might as well. You're getting a huge tight end upgrade, and at least Ladd is healthy. You might as well. Might as well.
Oh, this is a slam dunk for me. I'm doing it in a heartbeat. Get that stud tight end and a usable receiver, as opposed to a guy who's not playing. So yes, I'm definitely getting McBride Ladd here. All right, I mind heart. Okay, who are we flexing? Ridley, Gus, Edwards, Javonte Williams, or possibly Taysom?
Not Taysom. It's between Ridley and Gus Edwards. If it's full PPR, I'd probably still go Ridley, but if it's half or non-PPR, I'll go Gus.
Not Taysom here, not Javonte. It doesn't say what it is. Yeah, I might just go with Gus. See if he rumbles in the end zone and has a better week. She's in a good spot here. Just not feeling Ridley against the Jets. So if it's full PPR, I understand going Ridley, but I might just go Gus. The black bag is back. Best stash here. All right. Who are we stashing between Ray Davis, Marshawn Lloyd, Blake Corum, Braylon Allen?
Maybe Marshawn Lloyd, because I think Marshawn Lloyd could become the RB2 in that offense. Like I feel like Davis, Corum, Braylon Allen, they're probably going to need an injury. I feel like Lloyd could leapfrog Emmanuel Wilson and actually be serviceable. So I guess Lloyd.
Ray Davis looked good in spurts on Thursday night, but he's clearly behind, James Cook. I'll stick to my preseason valuation. Lloyd and Corum are the guys I like the best. Lloyd is back. He's supposed to be active today, but yeah, these are all stashes. It's either Lloyd or Corum. I'll say Lloyd first right now. Jay Garcia, 10-team standard, start 3. Ford, Mason, Mixon, Ramondre, Dobbins.
Mason, Mixon. Pick one. In standard scoring, I might actually give Dobbins.
Yeah, I didn't see that was standard. Okay, then I changed my answer.
Might actually give Dobbins the edge here just because he has the better matchup, and I feel like if somebody's gonna score, it might be Dobbins. So I'm gonna go Mason, Mixon, Dobbins in standard scoring.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ramondre, but yeah, standard. I'll change it to Dobbins. So there you go, Mason, Mixon, Dobbins. Odin Sensei, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. If I see a question, I'll put it up. And I see a question, so I'm going to put it up. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex, full PPR. Olave, Pittman, Godwin, Pacheco, Connor, Mason. Who sits?
All right, your 2 receivers are going to be Olave and Godwin. Your 2 running backs are going to be Pacheco, Mason, and I'm going to flex Connor.
Yep, so Pittman sits. Not feeling a big Pittman game. All right, Dez plays. Pollard or Harrison?
Oh, man. Pollard is probably your safer option. It's half PPR. I might just go Pollard and just know I'm going to get some points. Let's see Harrison. I'll just go Pollard and take some points. Take what he gives me.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll be involved. Might be more involved, and he try to, negate that pass rush in the secondary there. So, Pollard's fine. All right, return of the teeny little super guy. Super flex, pick 2. Jaden, Dak, Pat Mahomes, and Stafford. I'm pretty sure Mahomes should be one.
Yeah, Mahomes. Probably Mahomes and Dak. I know I like that rushing upside of Jaden Daniels, but he could also like kill you this week. So just go Mahomes and Dak.
Right. Mahomes for sure. Daniels does have upside, but he is risky. He's still risky. Just go Dak. You're fine. All right. Let's do Mike Altawheel. Well, let's scratch Ingram. He's not playing. So likely. Evans or Mason, though?
Oh, man. It doesn't say, Mike, is this PPR or not? If it's PPR half, I think I still got to go Evans. If it's complete non-PPR, then I'll go Mason. Although even in non-PPR, Evans is still a great start.
Yeah, I can't sit Evans, especially this week. I got to play Evans regardless.
Yeah,
so likely is an easy one. Just going to go and say Evans. You got to start Evans. It's just a must start. All right. And by the way, anybody I know, I'm seeing some comments, you guys, like, oh, I haven't seen your super chat. We're catching up. We have a ton. I know get it early in the season. A lot of entries, a lot of questions. So we're about 40 minutes behind on the super chats because we're just trying to get to all of them. So we will catch up as soon as possible. Hang with us. We're not skipping you or ignoring you. We are just trying to catch up. All right. So let's go to Cali Kid. Got offered Richardson for Ayuk. Generally going to say in full PPR. I don't know who your quarterback is, but just keep Ayuk. You can get by with a quarterback. I'm just going to say you don't need to do that. I mean, even if you lost Jordan Love or whoever it is, you can get by with a Baker Mayfield type quarterback. Keep Ayuk. Don't want to sell Ayuk. Matthew Moscare Tolo. Bench one. Pickens, Pittman, Sharp. This doesn't say if it's PPR or not either. Again, guys, ask your questions. If we know, we're going to assume PPR. If it's not, you got to tell us. And then team 2, start 2. Evans, Neighbors, Dobbins, Sharp, Ramondre, Olave, Diggs. Okay, team 2, start 2. It's definitely Evans. He's a must start. I mean, it's hard not to start Olave. But I'm going to go Neighbors. You're going to have to take a chance on Neighbors here. So Evans, Neighbors for sure. For the first one, the bench, let's just bench Charbonnet. Again, assuming this is PPR. Pickens, Pittman are still clearly the number one receiver in their offense. Sharp is fine, but not necessarily expecting him to have a huge game. So there you go. Huck Brooks, Jameson Williams, or Scary Terry in standard. You know what? I'm generally going to say I would lean Terry, but if this is a standard league, I might take a chance on Jameson Williams. I mean, who has the higher touchdown upside, Terry or JMO?
Yeah, in standard, I think you go Jameson. Hope for that big play. Hope for that touchdown.
Yeah. All right. What about Trone, who just started to flex? Terry, Jason, Cooks, not Madison or so.
No, I think I still got to go Terry here. I still have to have him like a tier above these guys. I know it's risky, but these guys are all risky.
Right. Go Terry here. Oscar Ramiro in half, Harrison or AD Mitchell.
I mean, maybe AD Mitchell does something, but I can't take that risk. Give me Harrison.
No, we can go Harrison here. All right, and then football fantasy 478 Superflex. Okay, interesting here. We could send Kyron to receive a mid-first round pick, B-Rob and Leggett, or a first, Ramondre and Polk. Would you do this for Kyron? I would, but which one?
Yeah, I think I like that, and I think I like that first trade better. Yeah,
I do. I think I would do this. Get the slightly younger running back, Leggett, Polk, same.
And I would do mid first. That mid first can be really nice next week,
especially in Superflex. Yeah, smart. Deal Kyron now, and then go grab Blake Corum. Albert Moreno, should I trade Harrison, Waddle, and Swift for CD and Laporta? Huh.
Man, I mean, I might. You could end up hating this if like Harrison comes around and Tua comes back and Waddle is great and Swift comes around, but I mean, you're getting an absolute stud wide receiver. You don't have to worry about like, okay, Is Marvin Harrison going to struggle as a rookie? You don't have to worry about Waddle without Tua for however many games. You don't have to worry about will Swift be anything this year. Just give me this. I mean, you're getting a stud tight end and a stud wide receiver. Just give me the CD Laporta side.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to trade away Waddle. Swift, we don't really know what his value is. Why not just secure those two? And then for the time being, assuming he hasn't traded Marvin Harrison before kickoff, Harrison, Jameson, or McConkey.
Oh, man, I might just go Jameson. Again, I just want to see like them get Harrison more involved, which it could happen. It could certainly happen, but let's just go Jameson.
There you go. Jameson it is. Paul Venditti. Dak or Goff?
I'm still going Dak. He's at home, always plays better at home. No Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints. Give me Dak.
Yeah, this is very close, but let's go Dak. Gary Lytle, benching AJ, good. Who do I start in the flex? Flowers, Kirk, Singletary, Ramondre, or Williams?
Flowers. Go Flowers.
Yeah, this one can definitely be Flowers. All right, yes, definitely make sure AJ Brown is benched Gary. Mark Bone, full PPR, needs 3 flex. Okay, well, not AJ Brown, probably not Keenan Allen, Zamir White, Tyjae Spears, Tank Bigsby, Cortland Sutton, Jahan Dotson, Ray McLeod, JSN, or Gibson. So do not wait for AJ Brown. He's out. Yep. Allen, I'm not going to start Allen even if he plays. So who are the 3?
Oh, man. I mean, in this case, I might start Keenan Allen if he plays because, I mean, look at these options. Sutton, Zamir, and JSN, I guess. Sutton, Zamir, and JSN? Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I'm not playing Keenan. I would go Zamir, Sutton, and JSN too. Yeah. Wilson McCory dropped a super chat. McConkey or Metcalf?
I still got to go DK Metcalf. I know, like, it's a tough matchup for him, but McConkey's fine. I got to go Metcalf.
Yeah, at least go for some bigger upside here. DK is okay. Luis Salamanca needs a flex. Singletary, Pollard, or McLaurin?
I know McLaurin was disappointing last week, but I still have him like a tier above these guys. I mean, if you want to go safe, if it's a non-PPR, half PPR, I mean, Pollard might be safer than Terry. If you want to just go for safe for floor, but in most cases, I'm probably going Terry.
Yeah. I mean, if this is PPR, I'm just going Terry. If it's standard, I might just go Singletary. Wilson McCory did have a little bit more detail here. DK or McConkey? We said DK. Would you drop Eckler, Bucky Irving?
Probably not yet.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it depends on your RB depth. I don't feel like it's going to be a big Bucky Irving week or anything like that, so you're fine waiting. Keith Vines lost to a Fields, Carr, Lewis, Darnold, Knicks are on the wire. Who are you picking up? Probably Fields, I'm guessing. No, that would be Levis, not Lewis.
Yeah, for these guys, I'm picking up Fields.
Yeah, go Fields, especially you need somebody. Don't need somebody for this week. Obviously, you had Tua, but just go Fields for now. None of those guys probably have to worry if they get snatched up. And then we have 3 STKZ. Pacheco, Mason Worthy, I guess Deontay Johnson. Is that London? D-Lund?
Yeah, I guess. London,
Stevenson. Tank Bigsby.
Lore?
I don't know what the last one is.
I don't know the last one either. We need 4 of them. Pacheco, Mason for sure. Worthy and Stevenson. Yeah, go Pacheco, Mason, Worthy, Stevenson.
Does look like it's
maybe
full.
Or maybe London, actually. Maybe I go Pacheco, Mason, London, Worthy. I mean, Stevenson, I think, is fine, but I don't know. Like, what is Stevenson? What is Ramondre's like? Does he have another huge game like that? I don't know. So, Pacheco, Mason, Worthy, London, I think.
I think that's where I'm leaning to. Try London out in full. All right, DJ. Go with DJ. DJ Moore over Drake London.
Yeah, just give me DJ Moore. Keenan banged up. Odunze banged up. Just give me DJ Moore this week.
Yeah. How can you just not have him as a lock? Your DJ. EAW. In half. Olave, Harrison, Evans, Cooper, McConkey, Tyler Johnson. Needs 3 in a flex.
Evans is a lock. I still feel like Olave, Cooper are very good starts this week. I mean, if I'm staring down McConkey and Tyler Johnson, I'll just gamble on Marvin Harrison Jr. So I'm going to do the first 4.
Yes, it's the first 4. Definitely for this group. AJ with a super chat. AJ, we'll see if you have a question here. I'll try to put it up, but we're going to keep going. By the way, we're still catching up to some from before, guys. Honestly, we got a lot of super chats. We get backed up. Patience. Just because we didn't get to yours yet doesn't mean that we're ignoring your question. So honestly, just letting you know, spamming the chat doesn't help. If you cannot wait more than like a few minutes, just use the app. That's why we have DraftLink. Roberto is always very patient. I love Roberto. All right. What's up? Hubbard, Chase Brown, or Spears at the RB2?
I guess I just got to go Spears. Hope he really does get more involved this week. I mean, Chuba, Chase Brown. Yeah, I'll just gamble on Spears.
Man, don't love any of these picks. I think I would probably just go Hubbard because he gets the most touches, I guess. Yeah, I think so. By the way, 3, I'm going to say sticks. Forgot Marvin Harrison Jr. Does he make the cut over like London? I don't think so.
No. Who were his choices again? Let's see. It was
Worthy, London, and then Pacheco and those.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think he makes the cut over those guys.
All right, Return of the Jedi Koth. Half PPR, needs 2 receivers and a flex. Flowers, Dell, Worthy, Moore, Dobbins, Pollard.
All right. I'm going Flowers, Dell with Moore at the flex. I think those guys all have great upside this week. Flowers, Dell, and Moore.
Agree. Worthy's interesting, but yeah, Flowers, Dell, Moore are very good options there. Carlton, Minter. Got Debo. Harrison at the flex. Would you choose Ford, McLaurin, Pittman, Worthy, or D-Rob? This is a 10-team league. It's full PPR.
Yeah, I might go Worthy. I don't know. Maybe Worthy is a trap this week, but Hollywood out again. It's that Bengals. He's got upside. Might go Worthy.
Yeah, I mean, McLaurin seems just as risky, if not more. Pittman, just not feeling a big Pittman week. So, yeah. Let's go Worthy here. All right, and then easy one. Roll it for me. Don't roll with AJ.
I would have started Dell even if AJ Brown was still questionable, but now it's obviously Dell.
Yeah, go with Dell. You should feel good. Keith Vines, start Ridley, Ayuk, Barkley, Robinson, Likely, Deontay, Minnesota. And on the bench, he's got London, Leggett, J.K. Dobbins, Freiermuth, and Denver. Any changes here?
I'm not starting. Is that the Vikings defense?
I think so.
Against the 49ers? Nah, give me Denver. I don't even know who Denver plays, but give me Denver. Who's Denver play again?
Denver is playing the Steelers.
Yeah, you don't have to be too scared about that. Give me Denver. And give me I know we're a little scared about London, but I'm terrified of Ridley. Give me London over Ridley.
Agree. Sit Ridley. Yeah, you can drop Minnesota's defense. So there you go. All right, next one is AJ. There he is. Full PPR. Reed, Lockett, Colby Parkinson.
You know, just give me Reed here. Hopefully he can like rack up yards after catch. Maybe he gets a couple end around carries. Just give me Reed here and hope for the best.
Yeah. In this case, I mean, I get Lockett was fine last week, but just go with Reed. 7 up, 14 team, half PPR. Dobbs or McMillan, that's going to rest of season.
I think I still got to go Dobbs. Jordan Love is coming back. And Dobbs was technically the number 1 wide receiver in week 1 by targets. So I think I still got to go Dobbs here.
Yeah, because Dobbs, again, will have a role just to feel better. I mean, McMillan will never be more than the third option there. Dobbs, technically higher than both the other Watson and Reed at points last season. So I'm going to still say Dobbs as well. All right, and then we got 95. Good morning. Need a flex. This is a flex in a 12-team league? Garrett Wilson or Jordan Mason?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, I guess it is. You got a good lineup.
I mean, it's hard not to start Garrett Wilson, but Mason just has such an insanely high floor with a high ceiling. I'm going Mason.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine to go with Mason this week. And he was asking, what about Rice? Nah, keep Rice in there. You can keep Rice in there. All right. Ricardo Andrade. Welcome back, Ricardo. 10-man league. Full PPR. Needs 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Stroud or JD?
Stroud.
Yeah. Go Stroud. Okay, so we need 2 running backs. Ramondre Pacheco, Sharbs. I guess that's it. So Pacheco and
I think, oh man. Which running back do you want in this matchup? I think they're both fine.
It's close.
I might go Stevenson. He looked good last week. Maybe Stevenson, but I think they're both fine.
Yeah, I think I trust Ramondre's role in his offense a little bit better. I'll go Ramondre since it is full PPR. All right, then we need 2 receivers out of DJ Moore, Olave, Godwin, McLaurin, and Jaden Reed.
Olave, Godwin, and then, well, we're going to need a flex. I'll flex DJ Moore.
There you go. Don't take the risk with Reed and McLaurin. And then Andrews over likely, right?
Yes, Andrews over likely.
Benny, love you. I don't know if we have time for this right now. That's underdog picks for the day. Just throw out 1 or 2 that you have, like maybe you've done.
CeeDee Lamb, new customer special. Take advantage of that. That's a freebie. And they also do have, I know they have, I haven't even looked at the pick'ems today, honestly. Because I mean, I wake up, shower, and then we're streaming. I barely have time. Like when the Evan Ingram news came out, I'm like, oh my God, do I even have time to like look? I'm trying to like look at my lineups while we're streaming. I know they have some specials today, some discounts, I think, for NFL. Yeah, like Jefferson, a discount, Mike Evans, a discount. They have the CeeDee Lamb, give me, of course, Chase discount. So there you go. But yeah, I don't really have time. We don't really have time to dive through the underdog picks.
Yeah, appreciate you, Benny. I would just say offhand, one kind of a deeper pick I might like is Josh Reynolds, receiving yards. Cortland Sutton get blanketed by Joey Porter Jr. Vele is out. They're going to have to throw the ball. So Josh Reynolds is low, is like 30-something yards. I like the Ravens. So Marcus Parker, PPR. Got Richardson, Cook, Dobbins, Muir, Williams, Brooks, Cup, Wilson, Amon-Ra, Shakir, Bowers. Would you upgrade at any position? Pretty good.
You could try to upgrade. You could try to upgrade at running back, but I mean, you don't want to trade Cup, Wilson, or Amon-Ra just to upgrade at running back.
No,
and you don't really have anything else there. So, look, you got James Cook. Hopefully, Zamir becomes a workhorse. You got Brooks potentially coming back. You got Javonte. Maybe Dobbins is a thing. I think you're okay.
Yeah, my only thing, I mean, you don't have depth at receiver unless you have something else we don't know about. Maybe you sell high on Dobbins to get a more secure RB2. like package Dobbins Shakir to upgrade it running back if possible. If you could do like Dobbins to Shakir to get Kenneth Walker when he's hurt, I'd do that. I don't know if that's possible. That's the only thing that stands out. All right. Josh Nelson, Kirk, Terry, or Monty?
If it's PPR, I'm going Kirk. If it's non-PPR, Monty.
Yeah, I'm going Kirk here, unless it's standard. Standard, typically just go with the running back. Mumble Dragon, got the membership. Full PPR. Reed, Mitchell, or Thomas?
I might just go Brian Thomas Jr. Reed banged up with Malik Willis, AD Mitchell, risky. No Evan Ingram. I'm just going to go Brian Thomas Jr.
Agreed. Go Brian Thomas Jr. here. Jesus Hernandez, Dobbins, or Brian Thomas Jr.? It's full PPR.
Again, in full PPR, I'm going to go Brian Thomas Jr. with no Ingram.
It could be a big Dobbins week, but yeah, what if it isn't? Yeah, full PPR, I still lean to the receiver, Brian Thomas Jr. And then we have MP 690, Moss or Madison?
I think I still got to go Moss. Hope he scores. He's the lead back there. Madison, you're just really hoping like game script and receptions. Give me Moss.
Yeah, I'm not trusting Madison just because he happened to score last week. Go Moss. Rocky Greenwell, welcome. Full PPR. Puka is out. Got Kyren, Gibbs, St. Brown, Godwin, McBride, Dobbins. Okay. Pittman, Johnson on the bench. Are they worth keeping around?
Yeah, definitely don't drop Pittman or Johnson. Yeah, I think your lineup is good, but don't drop Pittman or Johnson.
Yeah, your lineup
is
good.
I might even go Pittman over Dobbins. But if you want to go Dobbins, it's fine. But in PPR this week, I'd probably still go Pittman over Dobbins. But if you got Dobbins in there and you feel good about him, go with Dobbins.
Yeah, you're fine. Definitely don't drop Pittman for sure, or Johnson yet. Chocolate Rain.
Oh,
Tanker Godwin.
I think I go Godwin slightly over Tank. I just feel a little safer about Godwin, and I feel like these guys are both great, but Godwin is slightly safer.
Yeah, I'm going to go Godwin. The Godwin is pretty much a must start here against Detroit. You got to go Godwin. Hank Jones again. Being said so, Kirk over McConkey.
I wouldn't say it's a no-brainer, but I'm going Kirk over McConkey.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. McConkey's fine. He's a flex option, but yeah, I'm pretty much just locking Kirk in there most of the place. All right, and then we have Hank C. Hanksy. Would you start Brian Robinson Jr. or Stevenson?
This is close, but I think Robinson has a little more upside this week. I'm going to go Robinson.
Yeah, I like Robinson this week. Go Robinson. This is like Banksy's brother, Hanksy. Brother Pickle, welcome back. Ingram and Njoku, Puka are all out.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah, welcome to fantasy football. All right, and then Nelson Quintana, thank you for the super chat, and then asked Zamir White or Chuba Hubbard.
I'm just gonna gamble on Zamir White getting more touches. What are we getting from Chuba Hubbard? Just gamble on Zamir.
Yeah. In this case, we'll trust Zeus to do something. Michael Belinsky, Najee, Ridley, or DK?
Look, I know DK. I don't love DK this week, but I can't put these guys in over DK. Unless it's non-PPR, then I can go Najee. But in any kind of PPR, I'm still rolling with DK Metcalf.
Right. Don't feel good about either matchup for those receivers. Feel better about DK because. So if it's PPR, go DK still. Zachary Martinez needs two between Keenan, Brian Thomas, Zeke, or Brandon Cooks.
Oh, man. I mean, Keenan looking very questionable, and it's Sunday night. I'd probably just go Thomas and Cooks.
Yes.
Full PPR.
I'm not trusting Keenan. Not doing it. Cooks and Thomas. Ramu, welcome. Ramu Chamo. Ramu Chalasani. Full PPR needs 1-1-1. Ford, Ramondre, Flowers, Neighbors, McLaurin.
Flowers and Neighbors for sure. Wide receiver flex. Ramondre Ford close. I guess I'll give the slight edge to Ramondre.
Yeah, if it's full PPR, I do give the slice to Ramondre with the pass catching. Flowers neighbors for sure. Michael Cazares. Okay, with Ingram out. We're going Parkinson, Muth,
Parkinson.
or
I
the
know in the
full
one league where I have Ingram in a redraft league, Parkinson was not available. I wish he was. Go Parkinson.
Yeah, I still like Parkinson as the best streamer here. And I mean, obviously he's out there for you. Go Parkinson. Surge again. What? I'm not sure these are connected.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're connected, but I'm starting Flowers in full PPR.
Okay. Yeah. Go Flowers is your first choice here. B Rob is your second choice. Christian Gonzalez. Receiver and a flex half. Flowers, Nico, Najee Monty.
First two. Definitely the first two.
Yeah. Yeah. Nico is a pretty much must start at your receiver, and you can flex Flowers. Galen Powell. All right. Yes. AJ Brown is out. So we got Cooper, Ladd, Terry, Zeus, or Worthy.
Definitely.
Do not drop one of those to pick up Dawson.
No. Don't drop one of those. Definitely play Cooper. I would have played Cooper even if AJ Brown was still quick. Play Cooper.
Yes. Cooper it is. Crooked Samaritan. All right. Singletary or Dobbins.
Just give me Dobbins here. He's got the better matchup. Even though Singletary does have a good matchup, it's not as good as Dobbins. Give me Dobbins.
Yeah, great matchup for both. I mean, let's go with the guy who looked much better last week. It's Dobbins here. All right, Chris. Just Chris.
What's up, Chris?
2 receivers and flex. Olave.
First 3.
Godwin, Moore, Ford, and Ramondre.
First 3 for me. Olave,
Yeah.
Godwin, and Moore.
Yeah, Olave, Godwin, Moore. There he is. All right. We're still getting there, guys. I know if you super chatted, you're worried. We're gonna catch up. We always do. Steve James, Brian Robinson, or Brandon Ayuk?
I got to go Brandon Ayuk here. I like Brian Robinson, but Brandon Ayuk close to a lineup lock for me.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. We feel like this could be a big bounce back.
Yep.
So there you go. 369 Rye.
What's up?
Who to flex with no AJB? The money man Mooney, Zeke, Jerome Ford, or JSN?
Jerome Ford. He'll get the touches. He'll catch passes. He could score. Give me Jerome Ford.
Yeah, I wish it could be Jason. Not there yet. Let's go forward. All right. What's up, Anthony? Good morning. Who are you stashing here? Leggett, Tyler Johnson, or neither?
Well, if I have room, I'm stashing Leggett.
You should know this if you watched the Beat the Breakout. Leggett was a stash. Leggett was one of your hidden gems. I mean,
yep.
Stash. If you're gonna stash somebody, you can go Leggett.
Yep.
Francisco Padilla. Would you trade Pittman for McLaurin?
No, give me Pittman. I like Pittman more before the season. I'm not changing anything after week 1.
No, there's really no benefit to doing this. Keep Pittman. Dion starting Godwin and JK over Chris Olave because it's non-PPR.
I mean, it's non-PPR. I guess it's okay. We'll see. It's non-PPR, so the running back does have more value. We'll see.
And worth a chance. Yeah, worth a shot. If it's non, that's fine. Uwu Savage, full PPR. Start 3, CD, BA, Olave, London.
First 3 and Charbonnet over Najee.
Definitely the first 3. Full PPR, yeah, go Charbonnet. Chris, again.
What's up, Chris?
Rice, JK, Sutton, for Mark Andrews, DJ Moore, and B-Rob. You make that deal.
Man, I probably do. You're getting 3 very good players on the right, and really the only guy I feel confident about right now is Rice on the left. Give me the good tight end, the good wide receiver, and the good running back. I'll take the Mark Andrews side.
Yeah, I would take that side too. You're getting, I don't know what your tight end situation is, but you're getting a good tight end. Prefer that running back. And I don't think DJ Moore versus Rice should be a big difference. So there you go. Thick fingers on just to pay compliments. Thank you. Thick fingers. Appreciate it. We're getting there. We're Robert Perkey, Kyler or Fields.
Kyler.
Yes, definitely Kyler here, Robert. Brandon Henderson in full. Swift, Moss, or Singletary?
Oh man, I think if it's me, I'm rolling with Singletary. I know he's going to get the touches, and it's the Commanders. Hard not to start Swift over these guys, but I think I'm going Singletary.
Yeah, go Singletary. I make Moss. That running game against the Chiefs, yeah, probably not going to do too much. Can't feel great about the Bears offense just yet. Go Singletary. Hope he does something against that horrible defense. Paul Venditti. Shards or Rashad White?
Rashad White.
Yeah, go Rashad White. And then Amari over Harrison, I'm assuming.
Yes, Amari over Harrison.
There you go. All right. And then Michael W. Full PPR with AJB out. We're going Singletary, JMO, or Watson.
Definitely not Watson. In full PPR, let's go Jameson Williams. He's got more upside than Singletary. Let's go Jameson.
Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't had any Watson question because he's too risky. Yeah.
Way too risky right now.
Ethan Struby. Welcome, Ethan. 12 team. Need the second flex with AJ out. So JMO, McMillan, Myers, Javante, Zamir.
Again, Jameson Williams. He's got the most upside here. It's PPR. He's playing. Let's go Jameson.
Yeah,
and yeah, your lineup looks good.
I mean, even if he doesn't do much, probably will be as much as Jacoby Myers, right?
Exactly.
Hilal Sob. Pick up and stash. Garendo McMillan. Who's the first one?
Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd.
Oh, Lloyd.
I'm probably going Marshawn Lloyd because I think there's a chance he becomes the RB2 sooner rather than later in Green Bay, and that's going to have value. So I'm going to go Lloyd.
You know, Marshawn Lloyd is one of my guys this season. I'm going to go Lloyd here. Definitely worth stashing. Vinny Vargas, what is up? With Ingram out, okay, here are the choices. Who are you going, Musgrave, Conklin, or the island of Foster Moreau?
I'm going Conklin. I mean, he ran a ton of routes. He's out there a lot. I'm going Conklin, I guess.
Oh, Conklin was out there a lot. I mean, he didn't like catch passes and stuff, but he has a chance. I'll go Conklin here. Mike Honcho, Monty Pollard, or Sharps?
I think I got to go Charbonnet. He's going to get all the touches there. Give me Sharp. He's going to catch passes. Give me Charbonnet.
Yeah, I mean, if it's full PPR, I think you got to go Charbonnet. If it's standard, I would go Monty, though. Brandon Sky needs to start too. Etienne, Harrison, Aaron Jones.
I think you got to still roll Etienne, Harrison, Aaron Jones. I think I'm going Aaron Jones. I know it's a tough matchup, but he's still the workhorse. He's healthy. He looks good. He'll catch passes. Etienne and Aaron Jones for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the running backs. We need to see more from that Cardinals offense here. So just don't think the ceiling is there yet for Harrison, even if he gets more involved. Etienne and Jones. Robert Coleman, sit one. Aaron Jones, Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison, or J.K. Dobbins?
I'm sitting Dobbins. Here. It's PPR.
Got to start Neighbors. Just talked about Aaron Jones. I'm fine sitting Dobbins. If you want to shoot for the upside, the home run, the big game, okay, fine. Put him in over Harrison. But this is floor versus ceiling. What about T-Dub, Tank Dell, or DK Metcalf? We're going.
I'm going to go Dell here. I think he has way more upside than Metcalf this week.
Yep. This week, given the matchup, you can sit DK for Tank. Daniel Mosley, Dak or JD?
I still got to go Dak. We've had this question a couple times. Just feel a little safer about him. It's not a bad spot for him. Go Dak.
Yes, you can start Dak. He'll be just fine. Mac P, Dak or Stafford?
Still going Dak. Dak at home. Yes. No Marshawn Lattimore. Give me Dak.
And then Tank Dell or Jaden Reed?
Definitely Tank Dell.
Yes. All right. Jason Quinones. Almost last minute, but it's still just in time. Aaron Jones or Jerome Ford? Don't worry.
I mean, I like them both, but again, I'm just going to give Aaron Jones the slightest edge here.
Yeah, I still give Aaron Jones the edge because of his upside, big play potential. He's healthy. Aaron Jones is good when he's healthy.
Yep.
Usually. Soul Assassin, Dobbins or Diggs in full PPR?
I think you got to go Diggs in full PPR. He's got just as much touchdown upside as Dobbins, but he's going to actually catch passes. So I think you got to go Diggs.
Yeah, that was interesting. Okay. I know. We want to believe in J.K. Dobbins. We do, but let's go with Diggs here. All right, Tron wants to know, would you trade Brandon Cooks for Bowers or Kyler?
I would trade him for Kyler if I really need a QB. Yeah.
Sure. If I need a tight end, I would trade him for Bowers too. I really just think there's more upside there. Brandon Cooks is like fine, but I would do it. Drummel did drop a super chat, so let's do McLaurin or Olave.
Definitely Olave.
Yeah, you can go Olave here. All right, let's see. Believe it or not, we're almost caught up again. Aqua Hawks.
Ooh. I like them both, but I think with AJ Brown out, you got to go Devonta Smith now. You got to go Devonta Smith with AJ Brown out.
Man, 2 must starts. You got to pick. I do have to go Devonta Smith as well. And somebody you can't bench to get Godwin in there. Chief Perp, what's up? 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex. Jefferson, Ayuk, Dell, London, Worthy, Reed, Bijan, Jacobs, Dobbins, Stevenson. 2, 2, and 2.
All right, wide receivers are going to be Jefferson, Ayuk. Running backs are going to be Bijan and Jacobs, and your flex is going to be Dell.
You got to start Jefferson. There's no way you're not starting Jefferson no matter what. Ayuk, definitely starting. Running backs got to be Bijan. Yeah, I'd still go Jacobs over Dobbins. And then Dell. It's Worthy, London, Worthy. I'm going to go Worthy this week.
Oh, it's two flex. Yeah, sorry. Give me
flex.
Worthy as a second flex.
Yeah. Mixter, Olave or Dobbins in PPR.
Definitely Olave, especially in PPR.
Yes. I know last week you would have liked Dobbins better. I think this week you'll like Olave better. All right. What about R. Levis, Wandale, or Ford?
If it's man. I almost said if it's full PPR, go Wandale, but even still, what is the upside for Wandale? Like, I know it's Commanders. Maybe he could score. I don't know. I think if it's me, I'm going Ford. If it's full PPR, maybe I could consider Wandale.
He would have to take one to the house, which he can do, but I think the touchdown upside is still with Ford. So I like Wandale, but I'm still playing Ford even in PPR. And then R. Levis also wants to know Burrow.
All right, we're not this low on Burrow, are we? Burrow.
No. As much trash as I talked about Burrow, I'm not that low. You still got to go Burrow. I know. Look, you can start Burrow. It's a super flex league, or a super deep league. He didn't even say super flex. Okay, what about Jassim, Eason, Rashad White, or Jerome Ford?
I still got to go Rashad White. He's still got 21 touches last week. Still caught a ton of passes. Had a ton of receiving yards. I got to go Rashad White.
All right, and I'm going to go Rashad White as well. Here we go, because you won't believe it. We caught up to all the super chats. So except for this one, which is actually 2, Brandon Sky really wants to hear for some reason. I don't know if it's for both of us. Your best intro to Madden. Go for it.
All right, here we go. EA Sports. It's in the game. That was terrible.
That was horrible. Come on. A little more enthusiasm. Let's go. Not like we've been streaming live for 3 hours. Okay.
I know, like I'm exhausted. Your turn. You got to go. I just went.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
That wasn't bad. That was all right.
Not like I practiced doing that throughout my teenage years. All
right, we got 2 minutes. Should we lightning round some non super chats? We got 2 minutes.
Let's do 2 minutes. Here we go. I think we're caught up. If we missed one, apologies. Hopefully we didn't. Here, let's do Rivera, Singletary, or Keenan Allen.
Just give me Singletary. Don't risk it with Keenan tonight.
Right. Exactly. What about Anakin, the original Jedi, Mondre, or
Sharp? This is so close. I don't know. Maybe Ramondre. So close.
I'm still leaning Ramondre. Yeah, his usage, I think, in the offense will be greater. So there we go. This is interesting. Josh Fordner. I'm assuming you're asking about Devontae Smith over Jamar Chase. Would you do it?
I don't think I can do this yet. I'm not there yet. I'm still going to.
Yeah, even I can't do this. Yeah, you have to start Jamar Chase. I mean, you just have to. All right. Well, Trone is one of our guys. Drop Jalen Wright, former Sean Lloyd.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Wright couldn't even do anything with Mostert and Jeff Wilson out. Yeah, give me Lloyd.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Kevin, Bunga, Moore or Charbonnet?
If it's PPR, if it's any kind of PPR, more, otherwise Charbonnet.
All right. What about Victor, Jasus, Alec Pierce, or Tyler Lockett?
Just give me Pierce and hope for a big play.
Really? Wow. Okay. Going with Pierce. I would probably just stick Lockett in there. I think he'll get some targets. At least I get something from him. What about H2MI, homie?
Cooper.
Amari or Jameson?
Cooper. Definitely Cooper. I like Cooper this week.
Yes, Cooper it is. Richard, Treston, Aaron Jones, or Monty?
If it's any kind of PPR, Aaron Jones. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Monty for the touchdown upside.
Agree there. Ultimate Gamer God, Ladder DK.
Yeah, I'm still going DK here. Still going DK.
Yeah, in this case, you can go DK. I am Rude. Neighbors or Olave?
I mean, hard to bench Olave, but this might be the one time where I go Neighbors over Olave just because it's Commanders.
Right. Shoot for the moon. That's what it's all about. And let's see. It's probably going to be our last one because the games are about to kick off. Unless we have one that I don't know about. Let's make it a good one. Looking for a kicker question. No, I'm just kidding. Would you go, your boy Chino?
No.
J.K. Dobbins over Neighbors?
Neighbors. Definitely Neighbors.
Agree. Bizzleman, give me your question real quick. We'll put it out there.
Yeah, what's up, Bizzleman? Did you drop a super chat?
Half point 10, 1, 1, and 1. Olave, Diggs, Flowers, DK, Sharp, B-Rob.
Olave, B-Rob, Flowers.
Oh, there we go. Did it again. All right. Like that. Olave is the receiver. Flowers is the flex. B-Rob is the running back. There you go. All right. We appreciate you guys. No.
Yes.
Thank you because we're here because of you and hopefully helping you out. We want to see some more wins this week from all of you. Now, don't forget, we're going to be back very soon. That's tomorrow. And in the meantime, don't forget to put your picks in. I don't know if this game's kicked off just yet. Probably not. Is that an afternoon game? I think it is. I don't even remember. But you get this free pick. You will always get some sort of free pick. And if you're new, you definitely get this free pick for right now while you have time. And you don't get in time, don't worry. There'll be another free pick. So the point is you sign up for Underdog, you get free stuff, free chances to win, but you have to use code ENDGAME because you get those free picks plus the bonus cash. Again, whatever you do for your initial deposit up to $1,000, you get bonus cash in your account, free money to play with and use free picks to win. And it's just fun. It's a lot of fun. Good way to keep up with the games. You're already tilted on your fantasy team because everybody's injured. Well, guess what? The pick'ems, people don't get injured. I mean, they do, but you can still win even if they do. And of course, guys, if we didn't get to your question, you still got questions, trade questions, stuff for next week, anytime. You don't want to wait for the live stream. Use DraftLane. That's our app, and you get a $10 credit just for signing up as a new customer for a limited time. So this is a good time to take advantage of that. All right. Again, big thank you to everyone for being on here. We'll see you again tomorrow evening before Monday Night Football. And of course, videos coming out right away. We'll see some panic reaction and your first look at waiver wire right after this week 1 slate is over. All right. We'll see you on the next stream.